High Desert Mavericks Baseball is brought to you in part by Southern California Toyota, Department of Conservation, Oil Recycling, Charter Communications, Rancho Motor Company, Saul Printing, Blimpie Subs, California Lottery, Valley High Toyota Honda, Desert Communities United Way, Eagle Ranch Tanamera Homes, Jackson Federal Bank, Sylvan Learning Center, Key City Insurance, Bravo Burger, Cardio Fit, and Horizon Church. It's the High Desert Mavericks pregame report, coming up next on 9:10 a.m.
Toyota for 2004. Car, truck, or SUV. We know what drives you.
We make it easy, oh so easy. We make it easy, easy on you.
Now there are 17 Toyota models, from the economical Echo to the luxurious Avalon. From America's best-selling car, Camry, to the world's all-time best-selling car, Corolla. There's an all-new Prius, the most fuel-efficient mid-size car on the road today. You want tough? That's Tundra and Tacoma's game. And check out the new Tundra Double Cab. SUVs, we've got 5, from the fun-to-drive RAV4 to the 8-passenger Sequoia. Ford Toyotas at your Toyota dealer now.
We make it easy, oh so easy. We make it easy, easy on you.
Get a great lease or a low APR on any new 04 Toyota. See your Toyota dealer today. Get the feeling. Toyota.
What does your bank make you do to get free checking? Sign up for direct deposit? Limit the number of checks you write. Limit your free calls to the 800 number. How about talking to a teller? Is that free? Just how free is free at your bank? Come to Jackson Federal Bank and discover free checking that really is free. Stop by the new Apple Valley branch on Highway 18 or visit them on the web at jacksonfederal.com. Jackson Federal Bank, proud sponsor of Mavericks Baseball. Member FDIC.
Welcome to the High Desert Mavericks pregame report on 9:10 a.m. It's time to head out to the ballpark for the Mavs pregame report. Now, here's the voice of the Mavericks, Roxy Bernstein.
And good afternoon, and welcome to the epicenter for Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Mavericks and the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Roxy Bernstein with you as we're down in Rancho Cucamonga this afternoon on a muggy, overcast day here down in Rancho. The temperatures in the 70s, but just a real uncomfortable almost day down here for baseball, but a tremendous pitching matchup for you this afternoon. As the Mavericks send left-hander Manny Parra to the mound, the top pitching prospect in the Brewers organization. Parra 4-2 and a 3.86 ERA. And the left-hander has the only complete game shutout in the Cal League this season. He'll go up against right-hander Steven Shell, who's been dominant this season for the Quakes. Shell is 7-3 with a 3.34 ERA, and Shell is tied for 6th in wins. He's 2nd in strikeouts, 5th in innings pitched, and he is also 3rd in the league in ERA. And for Parra, he's coming off without a doubt his worst performance of his pro career against San Jose July 1st to begin play after the All-Star break. Parra didn't even survive the first inning. He struggled, felt uncomfortable throughout the night on the mound, lasted only 2/3 of an inning, giving up 10 runs, all of which were unearned. Parra gave up 5 hits and he walked 5. So Parra will try to get back on track today. His first outing against the Quakes, while Shell has pitched once against High Desert so far this season, and he pitched a gem against the Mavericks here April 22nd. He struck out 11 in 6 innings, gave up no runs on a hit, and a win over High Desert. Parra, who was the Mavericks pitcher of the month for the month of June, went 3-0 for the month with a 2.37 ERA in 5 games, 4 starts. In 30 1/3 innings for June, Parra gave up only 25 hits, struck out 33, and he walked only 3. Parra has given up only 3 home runs in 53 and 2/3 innings this season. In fact, in 3 of his last 5 starts, Manny has not given up an earned run. So the left-hander Parra will take the mound against the right-hander Shell this afternoon as an awesome pitching matchup today. These two teams have split the first 2 games in this series. High Desert won a pitcher's duel 3-1 here Monday night. And then last night, the Quakes held on for a 9-7 win over the Mavericks. They led it by a score of 8-1. Where the Mavericks came back. Troy Farnsworth hit a grand slam last night for the Mavs. Jeremy Frost went deep. High Desert had a chance to tie up the ball game in the 7th inning. They had runners in the corners with nobody out, down a run, but could not scratch out the tying run. They lose it by a score of 9-7 as Gene Toledo picked up his 3rd win of the season against the Mavericks. He is 3-6 on the season. And Greg Brusso was roughed up in his Mavericks debut last night. And his first start of the season coming back from a slightly torn rotator cuff. Brusso went 2 1/3 innings last night, giving up 8 runs, and 7 of those were earned before the bullpen did a solid job in back of him, Eric Henderson and Dan Cole. Mavericks come in at 4-8 in the second half, while the Quakes are 8-4. The Quakes have won 12 of the 20 meetings this season, and Rancho is 7-5 against the Mavs here at the Epicenter. We come back on the pregame show. Mike Benton will get you caught up on the Callix scoreboard and get you set up for the day. We'll have the ball game straight ahead, too. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
Hot dogs and Pepsis for only $1? It may sound crazy, but it's true. Every Friday night home game at Friendly Mavericks Stadium is a Napa Auto Parts family feast night. $1 hot dogs, $1 Pepsis all night long, courtesy of Napa Auto Parts and the High Desert Mavericks. Great seats are still available for Napa Auto Parts family feast nights. Call 246-MAVS for tickets and information. Call 246-MAVS for ticket plan and group information. Mavericks baseball, it's fantastic.
Ben with you back here at the Epicenter for the Mavericks pregame show. We're getting set for game 3 of a 4-game set. An early matinee lunch special affair as we get caught up here on the out-of-town scoreboard. 4 other games, they will all be played tonight. First off at 7:05, the Stockton Fords hosting Visalia. It'll be Elvis Perez on the hill for the Oaks at 1-1 against West Middleton at 5-5. 7:05 start between San Jose and Modesto. The A's in first place in the North, and they have won 8 of their last 10 games. Brian Burres on the hill at 3-0 for the Giants against Brad Ziegler, 3-0 for Modesto. 7:11 game at Arrowhead Park as Inland Empire hosts Lake Elsinore. Eddie Bonine on the hill for the Storm at 3-7. He'll take on the Sixers' Juan Sandoval at 5-7. And at 7:15, Lancaster, winners of 8 of their last 10 games, first place in the California League South. They'll host Bakersfield. Jamie Shields on the mound for the Blaze. He'll take on Jesus Silva for the Jethawks. And here at the Epicenter, we're getting set for game 3 of a 4-game set. We got a great pitching matchup ahead for you right here. Manny Parra on the hill for the Mavs at 4-2. He'll take on Steven Shell, 2-time California League All-Star, at 7-3 for Rancho Cucamonga in just a bit. We'll take a time out here as Roxy will rejoin you in just a bit for lineup stand first pitch. This is Mavericks Baseball on 910 a.m.
Blimpie Subs and Salads is now serving their delicious subs at Maverick Stadium. Enjoy your choice of Blimpie's best. Ham, turkey, or club. Top it off with a chip, a cookie, or a drink. So next time you're at Maverick Stadium, come to Blimpie Subs and Salads, located just inside the main gate. Also at their Hesperia and Victorville locations, they're featuring their promotional subs made on sourdough bread and grilled to perfection. So remember, simply Blimpie for the best subs around.
All right.
Some people like their trucks. Toyota owners love them. Love how tough they are. Let's talk nuts and bolts. Or let's not, because that's what some of the other guys use on their body frames. They use welded or riveted joints. Then there's Toyota. Toyota trucks use one-piece seamless steel rails, so a Toyota truck suspension is stronger. Torsional rigidity is what the engineers like to call it. You'll call it tough, really tough, because the more solid the frame, the more you can keep things from twisting and bending. That's what really makes a truck tough, and that's how Toyota builds every truck they make. Quality, performance, reliability. There's a lot to love in every Tacoma and Tundra. Yeah, Toyota trucks. It's a case of tough love. Just see your Toyota dealer today. We make it easy. Get the feeling. Toyota.
You know the minute you get here, we've got a car for you.
Come on, just admit it. You've outgrown your old car or truck. Well, right now, you can trade it in on something you'll really like at Rancho Motor Company Chevrolet Cadillac. Hi, everybody. This is Bob Montague. You'll find the largest selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans for sport, work, or play. Choose from over 400 new and pre-owned Chevrolet and Cadillacs and take advantage of extra low GMAC financing and generous factory rebates on selected models. That's right. Whether you're looking for a sporty new Cadillac CTS, a versatile Chevy Tahoe, or the rugged Avalanche, you'll find what you need in stock and priced right at Rancho Motor Company, where they've got a deal to put you behind the wheel. Rancho Motor Company Chevrolet Cadillac at I-15 at Dos Palmas in Victorville. Rancho Motor Company. We'll be there.
Welcome back to the epicenter. The Quakes have taken the field. Let's get the lineups for this afternoon's ball game between the Mavericks and the Quakes, as High Desert, the High A affiliate of the Brewers, and the Quakes, the Advanced A team from the Anaheim Angels. For Mel Queen of the Mavericks, who are 4-8 on the second half and have split the first two games in this series with the Quakes. Leading it off in center field will be Kennard Bibbs. Batting second, the second baseman, Callix Crabbe. Froylan Villanueva behind the plate batting third. The cleanup batter at first base, Travis Hinton. In left field, Jeremy Frost will bat fifth. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Ben Van Eiderstein. Third baseman, Troy Farnsworth will hit seventh. Batting eighth, the DH, Mario Mendez. And the shortstop, Enrique Cruz, will bat ninth. With the left-hander Parra on the mound, making his 11th start, he's 4-2 with a 3.86 ERA. Bibbs, Crabbe, Villanueva, Hinton, Frost, Van Eiderstein, Farnsworth, Mendez, and Cruz for High Desert. For Bobby Meacham and the Quakes, they're 8-4 in the second half, and they trail Lancaster by a game and a half in the standings. Leading it off for the Quakes, the shortstop, Erick Aybar. Batting second in center field, Reggie Willits. Third baseman, Greg Porter, third. Batting cleanup behind the plate, Michael Napoli. The DH, Jared Abruzzo, fifth. Batting sixth, the first baseman this afternoon, Matt Abram. Second baseman, Adam Pavkovich, hit seventh. Batting eighth in right field, Jason Sugden. And B.J. Weed will bat ninth. He's in left field with the right-hander Stephen Shell making his 17th start. Shell is 7-3 and a 3.34 ERA. Aybar, Willits, Porter, Napoli, Abruzzo, Abram, Pavkovich, Sugden, and Weed for the Quakes this afternoon. Overcast, muggy day down here at the epicenter. Temperatures in the 70s as Kennard Bibbs makes his way up to the plate to lead it off for the Mavericks here today. High Desert won 3-1 here Monday night. Last night, Rancho winning at 9-7. Here is Bibbs hitting at 292. One homer, 21 driven in for the left-handed hitting center fielder. The 6'5" right-hander Stephen Shell, a third-round pick in 2001, and his fastball sails outside, run underway. First pitch at 120 here at the epicenter. 1-0 on Bibbs. He's 2 for 7 in this series, went 2 for 5 last night with a run. 1-0 pitch, and Bibbs line drive center field coming on as Willits, and it drops in front of him. And leadoff single for Kennard Bibbs to center field. Good start for the Mavericks, and Bibbs lines one to center. He's at first base. Here comes Callix Crabbe. Shell and Crabbe were teammates at the All-Star game for the California League. Right-hander Shell 108 strikeouts in 94 and a third innings. Has walked only 24. Right-hander. Greg Porter shallow at third. Bibbs being held on by Matt Abram at first. And Shell's pitch on the way. Bunted foul back to the screen by Crabbe. It's 0-1. Crabbe 1 for 5 with an RBI double last night. He's 1 for 9 in this series. Callix just 4 for his last 21. Switch hitter batting from the left. Nobody out. Bibbs the runner at first. Mel Queen coach in third. Manager Stanton Cameron over on the first base side. He's the Mavericks hitting coach. Bibbs leads at first and Shell's 0-1 pitch. Pitch out. Bibbs staying put. 1-1. Shell coming off a no decision in his last start against Inland Empire on July 2nd. He pitched 7 outstanding innings. He struck out 8, giving up a run on 4 hits. Last win was at San Jose June 25th when he went 6 innings and struck out 10. Shell from the set. Here's Bibbs on the move. 1-1 curveball is a high chopper toward short, fielded by Aybar. Looks to second and throws out Crabbe at first for the out. 6-3. Bibbs goes to second base. 1 gone. Here comes the catcher, Froylan Villanueva. That ball was hit a high bouncer over the mound where Aybar charged it and fielded on the edge of the grass near second base, but Bibbs was all the way at second base before Aybar even fielded it. And the only play was to throw out Crabbe. Villanueva, the right-hand hitting catcher at 241. 7 homers, 20 driven in. 1 out, Bibbs at second base. The right-hander Shell from the high set. Here comes. Fastball in there for a called strike. 0-1. Shell second in the league in strikeouts, third in ERA, 5th in innings pitched. He's tied for 6th in wins. He's also tied for 6th, though, with the most home runs allowed, 11. A look back, another glance at Bibbs, and the 0-1 pitch to Villanueva. The breaking ball hit in the air to left field and deep. B.J. Weed going back, still going back at the track. He leaps. It is out of here. Villanueva, 2-run homer in the first, his second home run of the series. Number 8 on the season, waited on the breaking ball, lifted it over the fence in left field. 2-0 Mavericks. That is the 12th home run now that Shell has allowed. I was just talking about how he's given up the gopher ball this year, and sure enough, there it is. Villanueva's 3rd home run against the Quakes this year. Here is Travis Hinton, 2-0 Mavericks in the first. Left-hand hitter at 311. Hinton with 14 home runs, 57 driven in. He takes a breaking ball low from Shell. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the Mavericks already getting more runs and more hits in this inning against Shell than they had in the previous outing he had against the Mavericks. There's a line drive to left field and a base hit for Hinton. He goes the other way. Opposite field single for Hinton. And still only 1 out. That's going to bring up Frost. So the Mavericks, the last time they faced Shell, he gave up 1 hit, no runs, struck out 11 in 6 innings. In a third of an inning today, he's already given up a run on, or 2 runs on 3 hits. Hinton leads at first. Frost batting at 268. 7 homers, 24 driven in. Shell's fastball is just low for ball 1. Brandon Leopoldis calling the balls and strikes today, and Aaron Banks on the bases, and the dynamic duo had some problems last night. Abram holding on Hinton. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. One ball, 1 strike on Frost. Frost homered last night. He's 3 for 8 in this series. Hinton being held on by Abram. Shell's 1-1 pitch on the way as a breaking ball bounced foul off to the right. 1-2 on Frost. Michael Napoli behind the plate for the Quakes today. Abram at first. Adam Pavkovich at second. Aybar at short. Greg Porter is an outstanding third baseman. And the outfield is B.J. Weed in left. Reggie Willits in center. And Jason Sugden is in right. Shell's 1-2 pitch to Frost. Swinging a looper into shallow right, going out. And a foul ground as Abram down the line. Takes it over the shoulder grab. Nice play. Hinton retreats to first base. 2 gone for Ben Van Eiderstein. Frost fouls out, and Abram made a terrific play on that one. First baseman out of the University of Arizona. 2 outs. Here is Van Eiderstein, is hitting .435. Van Eiderstein has yet to drive in a run for the Mavericks. This is game number 7 with High Desert. He has 14 or 10 for 23 rather, with 4 doubles. Runner at first, 2 gone. Here's Shell's pitch on the way in. Van Eiderstein hits a slow chopper to the left side. Tough play. Porter on the run. Gloves. Throws from near the mound, and he throws out Van Eiderstein to retire the side. Mavericks get 2 runs, though, against Shell here in the first on 3 hits. They leave a runner. After half an inning, it's the Mavericks 2, and the Quakes coming to bat. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
The 2004 baseball season is underway, and fun is back. There's still time to get season tickets and mini plans for the 2004 season. Whether you need seats for all 70 games or just 8, the Mavericks have ticket packages starting at just $56. Bring your church, company, little league team, or lodge out to the game with a group outing with the Mavericks. The Mavericks provide the most fun and affordable family entertainment in the high desert. Call 246-MAVS for ticket plan and group information. Mavericks baseball, it's fantastic.
Okay, Jeff. Now after dinner, it's time for homework.
Right. I don't want you staying up late again.
I already did it. Already did it? Yeah.
All of it?
Yeah.
Great dinner, Mom.
Homework done?
Even before we asked.
That was a great dinner.
This moment brought to you by Sylvan Learning Center.
Homework used to take me forever. Then I got help from Sylvan.
We call our approach the Sylvan Advantage. It's a proven process that works. We begin by identifying your child's specific needs, followed by individual attention and personalized lesson plans from highly trained and certified teachers who just love teaching, with progress reports for you every step of the way. If your child is struggling or just not being challenged enough, call Sylvan today or visit www.educate.com. The skills to do better in school, the confidence to do better in everything else.
Manny Parra on the mound for the Mavericks. Before he throws his first pitch, he's already got a 2-0 lead to work with. The left-hander making his 11th start, 12th appearance. Parra 4-2 with a 3.86 ERA. Parra in 53 2/3 has given up 65 hits. He has struck out 52 and he's walked 16. Left-hander Parra coming off his worst performance as a pro against San Jose July 1st. 2/3 of an inning, 10 runs, all unearned. And Parra would love to atone for that today. Erick Aybar will lead it off. Switch hitter batting from the right. Aybar hitting at 345. 3 homers, 30 driven in. Aybar is 4th in the Cal League, or actually tied for 2nd in hitting with that 345 average. Here's Parra's windup, and the 6'3 left-hander's fastball is low and inside. Aybar 1 for 5 with a double last night, scored a run. He's 1 for 9 in this series. Here's the next pitch from Parra on the way, and the 1-0 fastball is in there for a called strike. 1-1. Parra picked up a win in June 24th. That was his last win against Inland Empire. Went 5 innings at home, giving up 4 runs on 8 hits. He struck out 5. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Aybar. Swinging a pop-up out of play off to the right, 1-2. Parra on June 19th threw the only complete game shutout in the Cal League this season. He dominated the Giants, tossing a 5-hitter and struck out a season-best 9 in a 4-0 High Desert win. 1-2 pitch. Aybar turns out of the way of a fastball inside. 2-2. Leadoff batters hitting just .216 against Parra. They're 11 for 51. 2-2 and Erick Aybar. Here's Parra's pitch on the way. Swinging a looper back out of play. Good again. 2-2. Parra in 3 of his last 5 starts has not given up an earned run, including his last outing at San Jose. His first outing against the Quakes this season. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Erick Aybar. Here's the windup from Parra, and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, got him on the changeup. Struck him out. 1 gone here in the first. That brings up Reggie Willits, the center fielder. Switch hitter batting for the right, hitting at .252. 3 homers, 28 driven in. Willits 3 for 4 last night, drove in a pair and scored 2 runs. Had a single, a double, and a triple last night. Also walked and stole 2 bases. Willits is 4 for 8 in this series. Farnsworth shallow at third and close to the line. Here's the windup from Parra, and the pitch on the way is a fastball that's in there at the knees for a strike as Willits shortened a bunt. 0-1. Willits has a .412 on base percentage against the Mavericks, even though he's hitting only .265 against High Desert. He has walked 16 times. He has driven in 13 runs and scored 12, going 18 for 68. 0-1 pitch is on the inside corner for a strike, a hard fastball from Parra. 0-2. Villanueva behind the plate, Hinton at first, Crabbe at second, Cruz at short, and Farnsworth at third. The outfield, Frost in left, Bibbs in center, and Van Eiderstein's in right. 0-2 pitch from Parra is well inside and low in the breaking ball. 1-2 the count. Dimensions here at the epicenter, it's 330 down the lines, 375 in the alleyways, and 400 to straightaway center field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Parra on the way. And that's just off the outside corner with a fastball. 2-2. Mavs go with the black tops today and the gray pants and black caps. Home whites for the Quakes with the blue caps and the Quakes across the chest. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way for Manny Parra. And Willits swings and a liner to short, charging the ball and catching it knee high for the out. On the soft liner is Enrique Cruz, 2 gone. 2-A, that brings up the third baseman, Greg Porter. Porter hitting at .314. 5 homers, 38 driven in for the left-handed hitter. Good friend and a college teammate of Mavericks pitcher Colin Baluli at Texas A&M. Porter, a 19-game hitting streak broken up here on Monday night. He went 1 for 4 with an RBI triple last night. He swings at the first pitch and a tapper up the first base side, fielded by Hinton. Near the bag at first, and he takes it himself. And a 1-2-3 bottom half of the first for Parra. We're through 1, 2-0 High Desert. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
One of the most important things you can do to keep your vehicles running their best is to change the oil and filter regularly. But you haven't finished the job until you recycle that used oil and filter. Never dump used oil in the ground, in storm drains, or in the garbage. The only safe way to dispose of that used oil and filter is by taking it to a friendly, convenient collection center. So this spring and summer, step up to the plate for the environment. To find an oil collection center or household hazardous waste collection center near you, call 1-800-CLEANUP. The Mavericks and the California Integrated Waste Management Board want to thank you for all your recycling efforts. Working together, we can keep our community a great place to live, work, and play ball.
Honey, come check this out.
2 seconds. My show's almost over.
It's our vacation.
What's up?
Lovely cabin, beautiful lake.
Sounds great.
Private barbecue, great hiking trails.
Wow, it's easy to find romantic spots on the internet.
Oh, no.
What? It's not available?
No, it's available, all right. Just no internet access or digital cable.
You're kidding. Let's just vacation at home.
Hooked on movies and the internet? Get hooked on Charter. Watch hundreds of movies and great premium channels like Showtime and Stars at no additional cost. And get our new faster 3 meg speed with Charter high-speed internet. And go up to 100 times faster than dial-up and twice as fast as most DSL connections. Sign up for any service and get your 2nd and 3rd months free. Plus, ask about free installation. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get 2 months free. Offer open only to new customers. Prices may vary and certain equipment may be required. Fees may apply for certain installations. Internet access speeds may vary. Offer expires June 15th, 2004. Offer subject to change. Restrictions may apply. Call for details or visit charter.com.
Mavs on top, 2-0. We go to the second inning here at the epicenter. Bottom of the order against Shell for the Mavs. Farnsworth, Mendez, and Cruz here. A homer from Villanueva in the first, giving the Mavericks the 2-0 lead. High Desert now has homered in 4 straight games. The Mavericks, if you take the 3 games out in San Jose, which is a very pitcher-friendly yard, even though they did hit 1 home run in that series, they've homered in 13 in the last 16 games. Here is Farnsworth, speaking of home runs, standing in there, hit a grand slam last night. Shell's fastball is in there for a strike. Farnsworth at 174, 6 homers, 23 driven in. 1 for 4 last night. He's 3 for 7 in this series with 2 homers and 6 driven in. 0-1 pitch, and Farnsworth takes it up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mavericks third in the league in home runs with 73. 2 back of Visalia for second. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. That's low and away, ball 2 to Farnsworth. It's 2-1. This is a club that struggled, barely hit any home runs in the month of April. And since then, they've gone on a tear. Here's Shell's 2-1 pitch on the way, and Farnsworth lifts it in a shallow center field. Willits coming in a few steps. Still fighting the tough guy out there, and he makes the grab for 1 gone. Farnsworth got under it, flies out to shallow center. Here comes Mendez, the DH. Mario Mendez at 256, 6 homers, 21 driven in. Mendez 0 for 2 last night, scored a run. He also walked and was hit by a pitch last night. He's 1 for 5 in this series with a couple of runs scored. He doubled here Monday. He's walked twice in this series. Here's the pitch from Shell, and Mendez takes it in there for a strike. And you're saying, well, he's walked twice in this series. Well, that's not much. Well, for him it is. Because Mendez has only walked 8 times this whole season. 0-1 pitch, and Mendez lines it to the right side. That's a base hit in the right field. Mario Mendez the other way. Hit number 4 for the Mavericks, a 1-out single here in the second. Line drive through the right side, and Mendez continues to swing it well against the Quakes. He has the best batting average of any Maverick against Rancho, with the exception of John Vandenberg, who's hitting .290 against the Quakes. Mendez now 18 for 62. He's up over .280. He's at first with 1 gone. Here's Enrique Cruz. Right-hand hitting shortstop at 201. 5 homers, 18 knocked in. Shell's pitch, breaking ball, nice curveball for a strike. 0-1. Cruz 1 for 3 with a run scored last night. He's 1 for 5 in this series. Cruz just 2 for his last 14. Porter even with the bag at third. Abram holding on Mendez at first. The 0-1 pitch is hit in the air to right field. Going back on it is sucked and still going back. Shy of the track, reaches up and makes the grab. And Mendez goes back to first base. 2 gone. 2 gone for Bibbs, who singled and scored in the first. Two nothing High Desert. Shell has been dominant at times this season for the Quakes. In fact, he has struck out 10 or more 4 times this season. 6'5" right-handers. Pitch on the way to Bibbs. A fastball bunt in front of the plate. Picked up by Napoli out in front of home plate. Rifles it down to first. Bibbs is out by a step. And the Mavericks are gone here in the second. For High Desert, no runs on, a hit, a runner left. We go the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 High Desert. You're home for the Mavericks. 9:10 a.m.
You have exquisite taste, a profound respect for tradition, a deep appreciation for quality and design. Then there's the other you.
The one who likes bopping around town in your stylish Toyota RAV4. Or the one who loves nothing better than cruising in your smooth-riding Highlander. With room for 7 and an available 230 horsepower V6, you're flat out gone. Is conquering mountains more you? Then hit the road and the off-road in a powerful 245 horsepower 4Runner. Or conquer the world in the ultimate Toyota SUV, the mighty Land Cruiser. The full-size Sequoia is ready to rock too, with room for 8 and a V8.
Yes, with 5 Toyota SUVs to choose from, there's sure to be one that's just right for you.
And the other you. See your Southern California Toyota dealer today. We make it easy. Get the feeling. Toyota.
Soul Printing and Graphics brings over 20 years of full-color printing experience to the High Desert. Soul Printing and Graphics offers state-of-the-art digital printing capabilities. Soul Printing and Graphics offering red-hot prices, red-hot service, and a red-hot business image for you. A grand slam. Soul Printing and Graphics, where the client is so special, we come to you. Call Soul Printing at 952-3834 or visit www.soulprinting.com. Soul Printing and Graphics. We print to impress.
Here's Michael Napoli leading off in the second for the Quakes and swings at the first pitch and grounds it to short. Right at Cruz, throws on to Hinton for the out. 4 in a row retired by Parra, 1 gone here in the second. As Manny retires the leading home run and RBI hitter in this league. And there's 1 out for Jared Abruzzo. Abruzzo, a switch hitter, will bat from the right, hitting at .288. 6 homers, 23 driven in for the DH for Rancho Cucamonga. Abruzzo 2 for 5 of the runs scored last night. He struck out 3 times. Parra's pitch on the way is a fastball low and inside. Abruzzo 3 for 8 in this series of the runs scored. 1-0. Here's the windup from Parra and the 1-0 pitch on the way. That's an off-speed pitch for a strike. 1-1 the count. Aybar on deck here for the Quakes. Parra not wasting any time. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a liner back to the screen. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parra, the 6'3", 190-pound left-hander. 21 years of age, out of Sacramento. 26th round pick by the Brewers in 2001. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He blew him away with the heater. Second strikeout for Parra. 2 gone now here in the 6th. In the second, rather. Here is Matt Abram, the first baseman. Right-hand hitter is just 2 for 20 in 9 games with the Quakes after promotion from Cedar Rapids, where he hit 153 in the Midwest League. Right-hand hitter out of the University of Arizona. Parra's pitch, fastball skied on the right field side toward the corner. Van Eiderstein chasing after it. Crosses over into foul territory, but it's a foul ball. 0-1 the count on Abram. Abram, a right-handed hitter. He's 6 feet, 210 pounds from Scottsdale. 0-1 the count on Abram. Parra went to American River Junior College up in Sacramento. Last year emerged in Beloit, had a sensational year with the Snappers, went 11-2 with a 2.73 ERA in 23 starts in 1 complete game. Parra was one of those draft and follow kind of guys, and he just lost him in front of the eyes of the Brewers scouts. Curveball from Parra moves in there for strike 2. 0-2 on Abram. Ton of scouts sitting down behind the plate today with those radar guns out, taking a first-hand look at both Shell and Parra. 0-2 pitch. Inside corner, strike 3 called with the fastball. Caught him looking. Third strikeout for Parra. 3 up, 3 down again here in the second. We're through 2-0 High Desert. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
Hot dogs and Pepsis for only $1? It may sound crazy, but it's true. Every Friday night home game at friendly Mavericks Stadium is a Napa Auto Parts family feast night. $1 hot dogs, $1 Pepsis all night long, courtesy of Napa Auto Parts and the High Desert Mavericks. Great seats are still available for Napa Auto Parts family feast nights. Call 246-MAVS for tickets and information. Call 246-MAVS for ticket plan and group information. Mavericks baseball is fantastic.
What does your bank make you do to get free checking? Sign up for direct deposit? Limit the number of checks you write. Limit your free calls to the 800 number. How about talking to a teller? Is that free? Just how free is free at your bank? Come to Jackson Federal Bank and discover free checking that really is free. Stop by the new Apple Valley branch on Highway 18 or visit them on the web at jacksonfederal.com. Jackson Federal Bank, proud sponsor of Mavericks Baseball. Member FDIC.
Tired of not being able to tell your house from the neighbors? Desperate to decorate your landscape with something more daring than lawn jockeys? You're far from alone. Thoughtfully placed stone can transform even the most ordinary yard. Southwest Boulder and Stone, Southern California's premier supplier of landscaping rock, has more gravels, pavers, and boulders than you'd ever imagine. Come to southwestboulder.com or call 877-SWB-ROCK. That's 877-SWB-ROCK. Be the Joneses for once. Sit back and watch the others keep up with you.
We move along to the third inning here at the Epicenter. Roxy Bernstein along with Mike Benton and our studio coordinator Anthony Ferreri here on 9:10 a.m. Crabbe, Villanueva, and Hinton for High Desert here in the third inning. Crabbe grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Callix Crabbe standing in there against the right-hander Shell for the Quakes. Here's the pitch on the way to Crabbe, and a fastball is high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Shell has thrown 1 complete game this year. It was an effort at Lake Elsinore, June 8th. Struck out 7, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits in a victory. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Crabbe grounds 1 foul off to the left. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shell struck out a season best 13 against the Storm here May 29th, went 7 innings in a win, gave up 2 runs on 6 hits. But 4 times this season he has struck out 10 or more. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Crabbe. Off-speed pitch is high. 2-1 on Callix Crabbe. Shell without a strikeout yet today in 2 innings. Here's Shell's 2-1 pitch on the way to Crabbe. Swinging a bouncer to the right side and a high hop fielded by the first baseman Abram with a backhand, and he takes it himself. 1 gone here in the 3rd. That'll bring up Villanueva, who homered in the first inning, a 2-run blast to left field. Just to the right of the scoreboard and straightaway left for his 8th home run of the year. 2-run shot for Froilan Villanueva in his 2nd home run of this series. Villanueva now with a 4-game hitting streak going. Here's Shell's pitch on the way and a fastball that nails the outside corner. Strike 1. Shell went 3-1 for the month of June with an ERA of 3.07. 5 starts, 30 strikeouts, and 29 1/3. And Villanueva reaches for a breaking ball and lifts it foul off to the right, out of play. 0-2. This is Shell's 2nd year here with the Quakes. As last year he went 6-8 for Rancho, and that pitch sails over the head of Villanueva, and that hit him on top of the helmet. As a fastball that looked like it was coming up and in at Villanueva, he ducked and the ball hit him on top of the helmet, and it goes back to the screen, so Villanueva's on. 1-out base runner for the Mavericks for Travis Hinton, who singled in the 1st. So runner at first base and 1 out for Hinton. Hinton went the other way with a base hit. It's 2 for 9 in the series. Here's the pitch from Shell, and a fastball is fouled straight back. 0-1. Hinton tied for 4th in home runs, tied for 4th in RBIs in the league, and is also 5th in hits with 98. Runner at first base, 1 gone. 2-0 High Desert, top of the 3rd. Steven Shell ready. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Hinton swings, and he lifts it back over the screen for strike 2. Shell, 21 years of age, went to high school in El Reno, Oklahoma. Now makes his home in Texas, a 3rd-round pick by the Angels in 2001. Last year went 6-8 for Rancho with a 4.24 ERA. Had 1 complete game shutout last year in 22 games and 21 starts. 0-2 pitch to Hinton. Swinging a foul out of play off to the left. 2002 he was with Cedar Rapids and went 11-4 there. The 3.72 ERA in the Midwest League. Broke in 2001 the pro ranks with the Arizona Angels and in the Provo Club. And he struggled in the Provo for part of it. Swing and a miss, striking out of the breaking ball. Hinton goes down. First strikeout for Steven Shell. 2 gone here in the 3rd. Villanueva remains at first for Frost, who fouled out in the 1st. But Shell with Provo in 2001 went 0-3 in 14 games and 4 starts. Gave up 52 hits and 37 2/3 innings at an ERA up over 7. Shell from the set. Here's the pitch to Frost on the way, and a fastball is in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count on Jeremy Frost. Frost has hit safely in 15 of the last 18 games. Shell ready. Check over at first. The 0-1 pitch, and Frost fouls it back to the screen. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Mavericks have not hit Quakes pitching well at all this season. In fact, High Desert hitting just .234 against Rancho. Have 18 home runs in the 20 games. Making now 19 home runs at Villanueva's today. Here comes Shell's 0-2 pitch, and Frost takes strike 3 called on the outside corner. The Mavericks are gone here in the 3rd. Second strikeout for Shell. 1 runner left. No runs, no hits for the Mavs in the 3rd. We go the home half of the 3rd. High Desert 2, the Quakes 0. You're home for the Mavericks. 9:10 a.m.
The 2004 baseball season is underway and fun is back. There's still time to get season tickets and mini plans for the 2004 season. Whether you need seats for all 70 games or just 8, the Mavericks have ticket packages starting at just $56. Bring your church, company, little league team, or lodge out to the game with a group outing with the Mavericks. The Mavericks provide the most fun and affordable family entertainment in the high desert. Call 246-MAVS for ticket plan and group information. Mavericks baseball, it's fantastic.
Toyota for 2004. Car, truck, or SUV. We know what drives you.
We make it easy, oh so easy. We make it easy on you.
Now there are 17 Toyota models. From the economical Echo to the luxurious Avalon. From America's best-selling car, Camry, to the world's all-time best-selling car, Corolla. There's an all-new Prius, the most fuel-efficient mid-size car on the road today. You want tough? That's Tundra and Tacoma's game. And check out the new Tundra Double Cab. SUVs, we've got 5. From the fun-to-drive RAV4 to the 8-passenger Sequoia. The 04 Toyotas. At your Toyota dealer now.
We make it easy, oh so easy. We make it easy on you.
Get a great lease or a low APR on any new 04 Toyota. See your Toyota dealer today. Get the feeling. Toyota.
You're listening to Mavs Baseball on KRAK Hesperia, a service of Infinity Broadcasting.
2-0 Mavericks. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Bottom of the order for Rancho here against Parra. It'll be Pavkovich, Sugden, and Weed against the Mavericks left-hander who has yet to give up a base runner. 2 runs in the first inning and a home run from Croyle and Villanueva. The Mavericks so far making that stand up. Other action in the Cal League will take place tonight. San Jose is at Modesto. Left-hander Brian Burris for the Giants against Brad Ziegler. Matchup of 2 3-0 starters there. As Burris was terrific against the Mavericks in a victory over High Desert last Friday night. The left-hander goes against Ziegler and Modesto tonight. Here's the right-handing Pavkovich leading it off at 199. He has driven in 9, and Parra's fastball is lifted back out of play. 0-1. Visalia at Stockton tonight. Elvis Perez for the Oaks, 1-1 against Wes Littleton, who is 5-5, the right-hander for Stockton. Lake Elsinore at Inland Empire tonight. Eddie Bonine for the Storm, Juan Sandoval for the Sixers. 0-1 pitch, and Pavkovich line drive left center field. That's a hit up the alleyway. Frost over to cut it off. Pavkovich around first as Frost bobbles the ball in left center field, and that's a double for Pavkovich. Leadoff double to left center field, and the first base runner for the Quakes. For Pavkovich, his 17th double and the 9th against High Desert. So leadoff double for Jason Sugden now, the right fielder at 212. Switch hitter batting from the right. It's driven in 9. Pavkovich at second base. Here's Parra's pitch. Sugden squares to bunt, pops it back out of play into the crowd. 0-1. Corners were charging there. A sacrifice attempt from Sugden. 0-1 the count. Pavkovich away from second base. Farnsworth playing shallow at third. Hinton even with a bag at first. Parra's 0-1 pitch. Sugden squares, bunts at it toward the mound. Fielded by Parra. 1 play only. Throws to first to Hinton for the out. Sacrifice goes 1-3, and Pavkovich goes to third. Sugden does the job, moves the runner along. Here comes B.J. Weed. Switch hitter will bat from the right side. Weed a better hitter from the right side. He's hitting .267 for the year. With a couple of homers and 27 driven in, but against left-handed pitching. From the right side, Weed is hitting .317. And he's had good numbers against the Mavericks this year, 15 for 45, hitting .333. He went 2 for 4 last night, drove in 3. 1 out, bottom of the third, Mavs on top, 2-0. Pavkovich, the runner at third base. Farnsworth on the edge of the grass at third. Hinton even with the bag at first base. Manny Parra from the set. Here comes the pitch to Weed, and a breaking ball is fouled off the end of the bat to the screen. 0-1. Other game tonight at 7:15. It's Bakersfield and Lancaster over at the hangar. No balls, 1 strike on Weed. Parra from the red. Here comes 0-1 curveball. Swing and a miss. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. B.J. Weed takes a walk around the plate now. Or he climbs back in there. Pavkovich a short lead at third. Farnsworth backs up a few steps now at third base. Parra on top. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Curveball just low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parra peers in. Villanueva to target. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Parra on the way. Fastball low and in. 2-2. It's got to be a tough sun right now for the outfielders. Looking up in the sun, trying to fight through the clouds here. And sunlight is bathing down now on the field. 2-2 pitch to Weed. Swinging a ground ball right side. This will score the run as Crabbe fields it. Throws out Weed. Scoring is Pavkovich. It's 2-1 Mavericks. RBI number 28 for B.J. Weed. As Parra's breaking ball over the outside corner. Weed reached for it, just rolled it to second base. Nice execution for the Quakes to manufacture a run here. 2 outs, nobody on for Aybar, who struck out in the first. Parra's pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss by Parra. By Aybar, rather, from Parra. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on the dangerous leadoff man of the Quakes. Here's Parra's 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball pulled on the ground, left side through the hole. Base hit. Fielded by Frost in left and gets it back in. And Erick Aybar, a 2-out single. Second hit for the Quakes this afternoon. Pitch up and in, and Aybar pulled it through the left side. Here is Willits, who lied down the first. 2 outs. Aybar, the runner at first base. He leads the league with 36 steals, but also has been caught a league worst 25 times. Hinton holding on Aybar at first. Farnsworth moves in a few steps at third again. Parra ready, a check over at first. Here's the pitch, squaring is Willits. The fastball is outside. Runner goes. Throw to second base is high from Villanueva, but Aybar is steal. Stolen base number 37 for Aybar. And the count is 1-0 on Willits. A fastball outside. One and nothing and Reggie Willits. Parra peers in, now set. A look back. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Willits. A fastball that's high. It's 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes. Quakes trying to come back and tie this game here in the third. 2-0 on Willits. Aybar at second base. Manny Parra peek back. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, and Willits takes a fastball just a bit low. 3-0. On deck, it's the left-hand hitting Greg Porter. 3 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. See if Willits is taken all the way here. 3-0 pitch. Aybar breaks for third. Called strike. Throw to third. Steal for Aybar. As Aybar had a great jump and he steals third base. Now it's 3-1 on Reggie Willits. 38th steal for Erick Aybar. 3-1 on Willits as Parra was consumed with Willits and didn't pay enough attention to Aybar. Three-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2 called, an off-speed pitch. Full count now on Willits. As Parra put that one in there over the outside corner. Full count with 2 gone. Aybar at third. Mavs clinging to a 2-1 lead here in the third inning. Manny Parra ready. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, and Willits takes just outside, ball 4. Boy, Parra thought he had it. A couple of Mavericks started heading off the field thinking it was strike 3 also. But Willits draws the walk. Runners at the corners with 2 outs for Porter. Porter grounded out in the first to Travis Hinton. He's 0 for 1. So for Willits, that's the 17th time he's walked this year against the Mavericks. First walk issued by Parra. 2 on, 2 out for Porter. Aybar at third. Willits being held on by Hinton at first. Parra from the set. Here comes the pitch to Porter, and a curveball drops in there for a called strike. 0-1. Nothing in 1, the count on Greg Porter here. Chance to tie up the game. Aybar third. Parra's moved to first base. Willits back standing up. Porter's defense in this series really has jumped out at me. And you knew he was a good athlete. He was a 2-sport star at Texas A&M. Played football and baseball. And he played with the Houston Texans, at least on their practice squad of the NFL. But his defense has been sensational. 0-1 curveball is up and in. Porter tried to wear it, and he just missed it. 1-1 as he tried to lean in with his right shoulder. 1 ball, 1 strike. But he's made a couple of sensational athletic plays here in this series. Porter, a big guy, too. 6'4", 225. Here's Parra's 1-1 pitch, and Porter swings and he fouls it back to the screen. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Porter waits. Is Parra ready? And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Curveball lifted out toward left field toward the line. Frost coming in. Still on the move. Charging on and makes the grab to retire the side. Quakes get a run here in the 3rd on 2 hits. They leave 2. We're through 3. 2-1 High Desert. You're home for the Mavericks. 9:10 a.m.
Baseball season is in full swing. For many of us, that means it's time to clean up our cars, change the oil and filter, and get ready for a busy summer. Remember, recycling is the only safe way to keep oil from our streams, rivers, lakes, oceans, and recreation areas. Besides, recycling is easy. Just call 1-800-CLEANUP for the address of a service station or household hazardous waste collection center. The staff at these centers will take your oil for free. So go on and finish that cleanup job the right way, and then come watch the Mavericks clean up on the baseball diamond. The California Integrated Waste Management Board wants to thank you for all your recycling efforts.
Are you ready for a new you? You're not getting any younger, and your health needs are changing. You need changes in your lifestyle. Feeling better and healthier starts with good exercise. Get ready for a different routine at CardioFit Sports Center. Check out their senior programs. You owe it to yourself to stop in and see CardioFit Sports Club. There's no contracts to sign, and you'll find a workout specifically geared to help you target the areas you want to shape up, whether it's your heart or your high knee. CardioFit is fitness for all ages. They have aerobics and step classes, basketball, racquetball, and handball, complete self-defense for men, women, and children, and special low-impact programs for seniors. CardioFit Sports Club has daycare available. Stay healthy and fit at CardioFit Sports Club on Valley Center Drive across from Costco in Victorville. Give them a call at 245-0288. Seniors can join CardioFit now for only $15 a month. CardioFit Sports Club.
Fourth here at the Epicenter, and the Mavs on top of the Quakes 2-1. This afternoon delight here at the Epicenter, and a lot of young fans in attendance from youth groups and some day summer camps in attendance today, making some noise and looking for some free T-shirts here. It'll be Van Eiderstein to lead off the 4th. He'll be followed by Farnsworth and Mendez against Shell. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Mavericks, 1 run on 2 hits for the Quakes. Van Eiderstein grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Last night in the Cal League, Lancaster beating Bakersfield. The Jethawks improving to 9-2 in the second half. A 4-3 win over the Blaze last night, despite getting out hit by Bakersfield 12-7. Here is Shell's pitch on the way, and Van Eiderstein takes it for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Pete Zamora got the win, the former UCLA Bruin, for the Jethawks. He's 1-0 for Lancaster. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Van Eiderstein. It's 0-2. Justin Wexler saved number 6. Sam Walton took the loss for the Blaze. He's 1-4, but his ERA is at 2.75. Gabe Martinez drove in 2 for Bakersfield last night. 0-2 curveball, inside out swing, a little bleeder to the right side. Tough play. Off the glove of Shell. Picked up by Abram. Throws it to first, and somehow Van Eiderstein will get on. Error on Shell, and Van Eiderstein is on. What a wild play. Just a little excuse me swing. Protection swing from Van Eiderstein. A slow nubber up to the right side that Shell tried to knock down. It hit off his glove. Then it gets picked up by Abram, and then he throws to Shell covering the bag, who dropped it. Here is Farnsworth, who popped out to center field in the second. He's 0 for 1. Here's Shell's pitch. Breaking ball, swing, and a miss, 0-1. Now, technically, Shell could get an assist and an error on the same play right there, because the play would have gone 1-3-1 had he caught it at first base. Van Eiderstein at first with nobody out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swing, and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count, and Farnsworth takes a walk around the plate right now. Try to clear his head after whiffing at a couple of Shell breaking balls. Lake Elsinore, a 5-1 win in Inland Empire last night as Clark Gerardo got the win for the Storm. He has been sensational since coming up from the Midwest League. Shell's 0-2 pitch, a fastball outside, ball 1. Gerardo now 2-0 for the Storm with an ERA of a microscopic 0.89. Last night he gave up a run, 2 hits, and 8 innings. He struck out 5, and Kevin Beavers worked a 1-2-3-9. 1-2 pitch to Farnsworth. Swing and a miss. Got him on the fastball. Third strikeout for Shell. 1 away here in the top of the 4th. Here comes Mendez, a single to right field in the second. He's 1 for 1. Luis Cruz drove in 3 for the Storm, but a 2-hitter last night for Lake Elsinore. Ryan Roland Smith took the loss. He struck out 7 in 6 innings and fell to 4-2. Matt Rogelstad drove in the only run for the Sixers last night. Shell's pitch to Mendez. Fastball low and away, backhanded by Napoli. John Nelson and Rogelstad were the only Sixers to have hits last night in that ballgame. One and nothing to count. Van Eiderstein leads at first. Abram holding him on. Shell will move over to first. A sidearm sling over there and a dive back in for Van Eiderstein. Modesto gets 3 in the first, 3 in the 8th, and beats the Giants 7-1. Last night, Matt Lynch now 8-1 for the A's. Scattered 3 hits over 7 scoreless innings. Julio Pavon, the loss for the Giants. He's 1-3. 1-0 pitch on the way, and Mendez takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. A nice curveball. 1-1. Modesto hit 5 home runs in that game last night. Brian Stavisky hit 2. He's now got 5. Jason Perry hit 2. He's got 10, and he's hitting .389. 1-1 pitch. Mendez takes it inside, ball 2, an off-speed pitch, 2-1. And Andre Ethier hit his 5th for Modesto last night. So the A's had 5 home runs, and the Giants had 5 hits total for the night. Throw to first by Shell and a dive back in for Ben Van Eiderstein to first. The other game, Stockton beat Visalia last night 7-2. Ben Kozlowski the win through 6 scoreless innings, gave up only 4 hits. Gary Hogan worked the final 3 innings for his first save. Ben Crockett, the right-hander out of Harvard, is now 2-8. He took the loss for the Oaks. 2-1 pitch. Mendez a tapper foul off to the left. 2-2. Nate Gold homered for Stockton, his 9th of the season. He drove in 3 last night. The attendance last night in Stockton, only 589 announced. 2-2 on Mendez with 1 gone. Top of the 4th inning, Mavs 2, Quakes 1. Steven Shell. Here comes the pitch on the way, and that's up and in, and Mendez bends out of the way. That's ball 3. Full count with 1 out. In the North, Modesto has a 2.5 game lead on Stockton as the Giants have fallen back to 3rd place, 3 games out. Bakersfield is 4-8. They're 5 back, and Visalia's got the worst record in the second half at 2-10. 3-2 pitch. Mendez takes curveball low and in, ball 4. So Mendez has walked for the third time in this series. That is his 9th walk of the season. He had walked a grand total of 6 times before this series this entire year. And now he has walked 3 times in this series. Van Eiderstein to second. 2 on, 1 out. Here is Cruz, who flew out to deep right field in the 2nd inning. Mendez aboard for the 2nd time today. Shell's pitch, a fastball. Cruz lifts it out of play off to the right. 0-1. First walk by Shell is also hit a batter today. But how about that? Mario Mendez. He walked 6 times in 44 games before this series. And he's now walked in 3 straight. A look back by Shell, the 0-1 pitch to Cruz. Curveball strike. Nice pitch. A looping curveball is 0-2 in Cruz. In the South, Lancaster a 1.5 lead on Rancho. At the Jethawks 9-2, the Quakes are 8-4. Inland Empire 3.5 back. The Storm 4.5, and the Mavericks 5.5 at 4-8. Here comes Shell's 0-2 pitch, and Cruz takes strike 3 called. An off-speed pitch right in there, and Cruz caught looking. Strikeout number 4 for Shell. In fact, the last 4 outs have been by the strikeout. 2 gone. That'll bring up Bibbs, who's 1 for 2 with a base hit and a run scored. He singled to lead off the ball game and scored on the home run from Villanueva. So here is Bibbs with 2 outs. 2 on for the Mavericks center fielder. Steven Shell, a check back in the pitch. Curveball strike at the knees. It bends in there. 0-1. Shell seems to be settling down after a rough go of it in the first inning. Van Eiderstein leads at second. Mendez at first. Here's the right-hander's 0-1 pitch, and Bibbs lines it back to the screen. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners will go back to their respective bases. Bibbs hitting .340 this year with runners in scoring position. Mavs up 2-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. 0-2, and Kennard Bibbs choking up just a tad. Left-hand hitter. 0-2 pitch. Curveball rolled to the right side and foul as Bibbs just protecting the plate. That appeared to be a ball, but Bibbs wasn't taking any chances. Runners will go back. Van Eiderstein to second. Mendez at first base with 2 gone. Mavs got a home run from Villanueva, a 2-run shot in the first for a 2-0 lead. RBI ground out from Wheat in the bottom of the 3rd, scoring Pavkovich, who doubled for the Quakes run. Here's the 0-2 pitch again, and Bibbs takes it. Strike 3 called to the knees. Caught him looking as Shell strikes out the side. That's 5 strikeouts in a row for the Quakes right-hander. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. For the Mavs, no runs, no hits, 2 left. And there was 1 Quakes error in the 4th. 2-1 Mavericks go in the bottom of the 4th. You're home for the Mavs. 9:10 a.m.
Some people like their trucks. Toyota owners love them. Love how tough they are. Let's talk nuts and bolts. Or let's not. Because that's what some of the other guys use on their body frames. They use welded or riveted joints. Then there's Toyota. Toyota trucks use one-piece seamless steel rail. So a Toyota truck suspension is stronger. Torsional rigidity is what the engineers like to call it. You'll call it tough. Really tough. Because the more solid the frame, the more you can keep things from twisting and bending. That's what really makes a truck tough. And that's how Toyota builds every truck they make. Quality, performance, reliability. There's a lot to love in every Tacoma and Tundra. Yeah, Toyota trucks. It's a case of tough love. Just see your Toyota dealer today. We make it easy. Get the feeling. Toyota.
Blimpie Subs and Salads is now serving their delicious subs at Maverick Stadium. Enjoy your choice of Blimpie's best. Ham, turkey, or club. Top it off with a chip, a cookie, or a drink. So next time you're at Mavericks Stadium, come to Blimpie Subs and Salads, located just inside the main gate. Also at their Hesperia and Victorville locations, they're featuring their promotional subs made on sourdough bread and grilled to perfection. So remember, simply Blimpie for the best subs around.
We move to the home half of the fourth inning here at the epicenter. The Mavs up 2-1 on the Quakes. For Rancho, it'll be the middle third of the order. Napoli, Abruzzo, and Abram against Manny Parra here in the inning. So Michael Napoli will lead it off. Right-hand hitter grounded out. The first pitch he saw from Parra in the second. He hit it to shortstop. He's 0 for 1. Napoli at 308 with 19 homers and 77 driven in. Parra's pitch, a fastball. Napoli shortens to bunt. He takes it low and away. 1-0. I think Napoli just trying to keep the Mavericks honest there. Napoli 0 for 3 last night, 2 for 7, but he struck out 4 times in this series. Does have an RBI. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Parra. Curveball low, 2-0. Napoli is 21 for 65 against the Mavericks. With 6 homers this year. He's driven in 21, but he's also struck out 25 times. 2-0 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Foul ground, first base side, Hinton near the stands, and he runs out of real estate. 2-1 the count on Napoli. One Major League game already complete today, and it was at Yankee Stadium with the Tigers outslugging the Yankees again. 10-8, Detroit wins it. Jeremy Bonderman the win, and Ugueth Urbina's 12th save. Carlos Guillen and Monroe homered for the Tigers. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Parra. Fastball hit in the air into left center field. Bibbs going over toward the alleyway, so is Frost. And it's Bibbs calling off the Mavericks left fielder, and Kennard Bibbs makes the grab. Napoli 0 for 2, 1 gone here in the fourth. Here is Jared Abruzzo, was struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. A-Rod hit his 21st, and Hideki Matsui hit his 16th for the Yankees. American League games later on. The Devil Rays visit Baltimore. Rob Bell for Tampa. And Parrish going for the Orioles tonight. He's 5-2. The A's are in Boston tonight, as Parra delivers to Abruzzo, and a fastball is low and in. Mark Redmond for Oakland and Pedro Martinez for the Red Sox. Rangers visit the Indians. Former Cal star Ryan Treese for Texas against Davis, who's 2-6 for the Tribe. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Abruzzo out in front. 1-1. So Ryan Treese going against his former team. That should be a big start for him tonight. Seattle's at Toronto. Travis Blackley, who picked up a win in his Major League debut, will go for Seattle tonight. 1-1 pitch, and Abruzzo lifts it down the first base side. Angling out from second base is Crabbe, but in foul ground it's Hinton to call him off. The first baseman makes the grab. Abruzzo fouls out to first, 2 outs. Here comes Abram, who struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. 2 outs, nobody on. So the young Aussie left-hander Travis Blackley, making his second big league start, goes against Josh Towers, the right-hander for Toronto. Angels are at the White Sox. Jared Washburn against Scott Schoenweiss there. And Kansas City at Minnesota. Kyle Loesch going for the Twins. Here's the pitch to Abram. He swings and fouls off the first pitch back to the screen. Brewers hosting the Cubs again. Doug Davis from Milwaukee, 8-6 against Carlos Zambrano, 9-3 for the Cubs. The Brewers have won 2 straight from Chicago. 0-1 pitch to Abram. Check swing and a breaking ball in the dirt. Did he go? Appeal down to Aaron Banks. He held up. 1-1. Atlanta visits Puerto Rico and takes on the Expos. Jared Wright against Livan Hernandez. The Mets are at Philadelphia. Steve Traxel against Rodney Myers. Or Brett Myers, rather. 1-1 pitch on the way. Abram hits in the air to center field. Bibbs over toward left center on his horse. Still in the move. He can't make the catch. Bounces all the way to the fence. Picked up by Bibbs, and Abram pulls into second base with a 2-out double. Abram now 3 for 22, and all 3 hits have been doubles with Rancho. He's at second base. Here is Pavkovich, who doubled in the third inning. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. 3 hits for the Quakes. Pirates visiting the Marlins. Oliver Perez for Pittsburgh and Carl Pavano, 9-3 for the Marlins. The Reds at St. Louis. Woody Williams going for St. Louis tonight. As Parra, the left-hander, ready. Here comes the pitch to Pavkovich. A fastball in there for a called strike. And the 3 late games tonight at 7:05. The Astros are in San Diego. Roy Oswalt against Jake Peavy there. The Rockies visit San Francisco. Joe Kennedy for the Rockies, Kirk Reeder for the Giants, and the Diamondbacks are at the Dodgers. Steve Sparks against Kazuhisa Ishii. A look back. Parra, here comes the 0-1 pitch, and Pavkovich takes it just below the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner at second base. Mavericks 2, Quakes 1. A look back by Parra. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Pavkovich swings and misses out in front of the off speed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pavkovich made a sensational defensive play last night in the 9th inning to lead it off on a ball hit by Bibbs. Took away an infield single for the Mavericks leadoff man. And helped preserve that 2-run 9-7 win last night for Rancho. Parra's 1-2 pitch, and Pavkovich takes it way inside. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Villanueva gives the signs to Manny Parra. Stares in. Left arm hanging low, and the ball in his right hand, the glove. As a southpaw's 2-2 pitch, and Pavkovich swings and misses the breaking ball. Picked up in the dirt by Villanueva, and he tucks it down to first base to Hinton for the strikeout put out 2-3. 4th strikeout for Parra for the Quakes here in the home half of the 4th inning. No runs on 1 hit. 1 runner left. We're through 4. Mike Benton will take you through the 5th as the Mavericks lead the Quakes 2-1. You're home for the Mavericks, 9-10-8.
Honey, come check this out.
2 seconds. My show's almost over.
It's our vacation.
What's up?
Lovely cabin, beautiful lake.
Sounds great.
Private barbecue, great hiking trails.
Wow, it's easy to find romantic spots on the internet.
Oh, no.
What? It's not available?
No, it's available, all right. Just no internet access or digital cable.
You're kidding. Let's just vacation at home.
Hooked on movies and the internet? Get hooked on Charter. Watch hundreds of movies and great premium channels like Showtime and Stars at no additional cost. And get our new faster 3 meg speed with Charter high-speed internet. And go up to 100 times faster than dial-up and twice as fast as most DSL connections. Sign up for any service and get your 2nd and 3rd months free. Plus, ask about free installation. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get 2 months free. Offer open only to new customers. Prices may vary and certain equipment may be required. Fees may apply for certain installations. Internet access speeds may vary. Offer expires June 15th, 2004. Offer subject to change. Restrictions may apply. Call for details or visit charter.com.
Hot dogs and Pepsis for only $1? It may sound crazy, but it's true. Every Friday night home game at Friendly Mavericks Stadium is a Napa Auto Parts family feast night. $1 hot dogs and $1 Pepsis all night long, courtesy of Napa Auto Parts and the High Desert Mavericks. Great seats are still available for Napa Auto Parts family feast nights. Call 246-MAVS for tickets and information. Call 246-MAVS for ticket plan and group information. Mavericks baseball, it's fantastic.
We go to the 5th. They're at the epicenter in Rancho, Cucamonga. 2-1 Mavs on top of the Quakes. It'll be Callix Crabbe, Furlong, Villanueva, and Travis Hinton to face Steven Shell, who kicks and fires a pitch on the way. A fastball misses out low and outside, and the count 1-0 on Callix Crabbe, who is 0 for 2. For the Mavericks, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. For Rancho Cucamonga, 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. Shell's 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed on the curveball right down the middle, and the count even at 1-1. Mike Benton with you alongside Roxy Bernstein and Anthony Ferrari, our studio coordinator. As Shell's 1-1 pitch on the way, it is swung on and missed on the fastball high and outside, and the count 1-2 on Crabbe. Steven Shell on the hill out of El Reno, Oklahoma. Small town about a shade over 16,000 in population. 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and Callix Crabbe down on strikes. There's 1 out on Shell's fastball low and inside. That is Shell's 6th strikeout on the afternoon. and the 6th consecutive out he has recorded on a strikeout. So 1 up, 1 down. Here comes Froilán Villanueva. And Shell, who got hammered early today, we're seeing the Stephen Shell that we saw in April, and the guy who made the All-Star game. Shell's first pitch misses outside to Froilán, and the count 1-0. Froilán got the Mavs on the scoreboard, a 2-run home run back in the first inning. Shell's 1-0 pitch is fouled back to the screen, the count even at 1-1. Shell out of San El Reno, Oklahoma, 29 miles outside Oklahoma City. And they are famous to have the only rail-based trolley in Oklahoma. They call it the Heritage Express Trolley. 1-1 pitch, fastball misses outside, belt high, and the count 2-1 on Villanueva. Stephen Shell, as we said earlier, 6'5", big guy, but a very, very well-mannered, laid-back personality. 2-1 pitch on the way, a curveball foul back to the screen, the count even at 2-2 on Villanueva. Talking to Stephen Shell at the All-Star game, he was beating about the chance to pitch with his former teammates from last year's Quakes squad, a majority of them now in AA and even AAA. 2-2 pitch, fastball misses low and outside in the dirt, blocked by Michael Napoli, and the count now 3-2 on Villanueva. Last year's rotation, you had a guy like Irvin Santana, a guy like Jake Woods. Woods now in AAA, by the way. 3-2 pitch is a flare in the left field. On the run is Weed. Makes the slide, and he makes the catch. There's 2 out. What a grab by Weed. That was a soft flare, and B.J. Weed on his horse had to make a slide, and he made the catch. So 2 up, 2 down. Here comes Travis Hinton, who's 1 for 2. Hinton singled to left field back in the first inning. So you have a guy like Jake Woods, who's in AAA. Irvin Santana, who was in the top 5 in terms of Angel prospects ranked by Baseball America. They're saying Santana has a fast track to the Angels. As time call, Napoli going to have a little chat with Shell. Stephen Shell last year had to shut things down about this time last year on shoulder problems, but talking to him at the All-Star game, he said that his shoulder compared to last year now feels like night and day. Shell into the windup and the pitch on the way to Hinton. A fastball on the outside edge, belt high for a strike, and the count 0-1. Outfield playing Travis Hinton to push the ball slightly as the 0-1 pitch swung on and a line drive into right center field. That's going to fall in there for a base hit. The center fielder Willits picks it up and he'll fire it back into the infield. So the All-Star Travis Hinton now 2 for 3 on the afternoon, a 2-out single, and here comes Jeremy Frost. Frosty is 0 for 2, fouled out back in the first and struck out back in the third. Jeremy Frost having a good stretch in his last 5 games, hitting .316 as Shell at the ready and the pitch on the way. A curveball misses low and outside, blocked by Napoli in the dirt, and the count 1-0. Mavs got on the board first, 2 runs back in the first. Rancho got there, 1 run back in the third. Shell out of the stretch and the 1-0 pitch. A fastball misses low and outside, and the count now 2 balls and no strikes on Frost. Ben Van Eiderstein waits on deck, who is now a roommate of Jeremy Frost. Since Scott Candelaria has left the team, Van Eiderstein has moved in. 2-0 pitch on the way. Beautiful looking curveball drops in there for a strike. Low outside corner, and the count 2-1 on Frost. Second baseman Adam Pakovich playing on the shallow portion of the outfield grass as a 2-1 pitch. A fastball in there for a strike. That one low outside corner, and the count even at 2-2 on Frost. Shell back on the hill, working a little bit faster now. He's at the ready and the 2-2 delivery. A fastball misses in the dirt, low and outside. The count full 3-2, so the next pitch will send Travis Hinton. Once again, High Desert 2, Rancho Cucamonga 1, top half of the fifth from the epicenter. Shell out of the stretch, and the 3-2 pitch on the way is a curveball that is swung on, foul tipped into the mid of Napoli, and Frost strikes out, and he's having a little bit of a discussion here with Brandon Leopoldus. He said, no, that one was fouled, but they say it was foul tipped into the mid of Napoli, and Frost strikes out to end the inning. That is the 7th strikeout for Steven Shell, and that retires his side. The Mavs get no runs on a hit, and they leave one. We played 4.5 here in Rancho, 2-1 Mavericks on your home for High Desert Baseball, 9:10 a.m.
Hello, this is Elliot Gould. Worldwide, more than 10 million people from 15 to 24 years old have contracted the HIV virus. Only through education can we dispel the myths that perpetuate this epidemic. The International Planned Parenthood Federation, Western Hemisphere region, is bringing information and vital services to young people throughout Latin America and the Caribbean.
To find out how you can help, call 866-IPPF-WHR.
You'll know the minute you get here. We've got a car for you.
Come on, just admit it. You've outgrown your old car or truck. Well, right now, you can trade it in on something you'll really like at Rancho Motor Company Chevrolet Cadillac. Hi, everybody. This is Bob Montague. You'll find the largest selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans for sport, work, or play. Choose from over 400 new and pre-owned Chevrolet and Cadillacs and take advantage of extra low GMAC financing and generous factory rebates on selected models. That's right. Whether you're looking for a sporty new Cadillac CTS, a versatile Chevy Tahoe, or the rugged Avalanche, you'll find what you need in stock and priced right at Rancho Motor Company, where they've got a deal to put you behind the wheel. Rancho Motor Company Chevrolet Cadillac at I-15 at Dos Palmas in Victorville. Rancho Motor Company will be there.
Bottom half of the fifth here at Rancho Cucamonga's epicenter, 2-1. The Mavericks on top of the Quakes. For the Mavericks so far, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. For Rancho Cucamonga, 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. It'll be Jason Sugden, B.J. Weed, and Erick Aybar to face Manny Parra back on the hill for his 5th inning of work. Batters 8, 9, and 1. And Parra has bounced back nicely from getting roughed up at San Jose in his last start. Lasted only, once again, 2/3 of an inning, giving up 10 runs, although none were earned, 5 hits and 5 walks. And Parra was saying after the game that he didn't feel comfortable. He thought the man wasn't right for some reason. But Parra looking comfortable out there today. Here's Jason Sugden, the right-handed hitter. Parra's pitch on the way, a fastball fouled off right side, and the count 0-1. Sugden has not recorded an official at-bat today. Had a sacrifice back in the 3rd. That sacrifice helped push across. Eventually, the Quakes only 1 run of this ballgame. 0-1 pitch on the way, foul back behind the screen, and the count 0-2 on Sugden. Jason Sugden had a cup of coffee last year with Rancho Cucamonga. Only played 2 games in the middle portion of the season. No balls, 2 strikes. Parra into the windup, and the pitch on the way is off speed. That misses low and outside, and the count of 2 strikes on Sugden. Sun coming out just a bit here at the epicenter. It was very, very overcast and slightly muggy to begin this one, but not too hot today. As Parra's 1-2 pitch on the way is a fastball that misses low and inside in the dirt, trapped by Villanueva, and the count 2-2. Did you happen to read the Indianapolis Indians website a couple of days ago? Just checking on some Big Brother news here. The Indians had their hand in the local hot dog eating competition. Parra's 2-2 pitch on the way. It's fouled off right side. The count stays at 2-2. We were talking about a couple of days ago how they had the annual hot dog eating competition out of Coney Island in New York, and Sakaru Kobayashi breaking his own world record, eating 53.5 hot dogs. Well, the Indianapolis Indians had their hand in a local Indianapolis competition. Their intern, Paul Beck, ate 4 hot dogs in 2 minutes. That's too much for me. One's good enough. 2-2 pitch is a fly ball down the right field line, slicing out of play, and the count stays at 2-2 on Sugden. I mean, we're talking about consuming 1 hot dog in a span of 30 seconds. That's a mouthful, 4 in 2 minutes, let alone 53.5 in 12 minutes at the Coney Island competition. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Parra into the windup, and the pitch on the way is a fastball. Just misses off the plate outside low, and the count now 3-2 on Sugden. Center fielder Kennard Bibbs playing Sugden just off to the right in center. So big gaping hole between Bibbs and Jeremy Frost, the left fielder. Parra's payoff pitch on the way is fouled off again, back to the screen, and the count stays at 3-2. So Manny Parra expunging a lot of pitches here on Jason Sugden. But Parra's only roughest inning was the 3rd. But he has pitched very, very admirably today. Parra's 3-2 pitch on the way is swung on and missed on the fastball, letter high, and Sugden down on strikes. There's 1 out. Parra brought the high cheese right there, and Sugden couldn't get it. That is strikeout number 5 for Manny Parra, and here comes B.J. Weed. Weed has killed the Mavericks this season and killed them last night. And today he has the only RBI for Rancho Cucamonga. He's 0 for 1, but it was an RBI groundout. Parra, the pitch on the way, a fastball on the outside edge, built high, and the count 0-1 on Weed. B.J. Weed last night 2 for 4, 3 runs batted in. And against Mavericks pitching this year, hitting .333. 0-1 pitch is fouled off to the right side, out of the ballpark, and the count 0-2 on Weed. Erick Aybar waits on deck for Rancho Cucamonga. Mavericks 2, Rancho Cucamonga 1, bottom half of the 5th. Parra's 0-2 pitch on the way is an off-speed that misses low and outside, the count 1-2. Weed hitting .286 in his last 10 games. That average is climbing. 1-2 pitch, curveball just misses off the plate again. Fell high outside, and the count even at 2-2 on Weed. The kids here at the ballpark out here in full force today on a special day camp here at the ballpark as the 2-2 pitch, the fly ball in the right field, very playable. Ben Van Eiderstein is there, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down. B.J. Weed now 0 for 2 today. Here comes Erick Aybar. Aybar 1 for 2 with 2 stolen bases. Aybar has killed the Mavericks this well. All season long, hitting .403 against Mavs pitching. Last night, 1 for 5 with a double. Mel Queen has drawn the infield corners in on Aybar as Parra's first pitch misses way outside and gets back to the screen, and the count 1-0 on Aybar. Erick Aybar, one of the 3 Rancho Cucamonga Raps at last Tuesday's All-Star game, and had a hand in 6 outs in the first 3 innings. Here's a ground ball to the left side in the hole, and a base hit to left field for Erick Aybar. So Erick Aybar now 2 for 3, and here's where it can get pretty dicey for the Mavericks. You put this guy on, and it can almost turn into a bona fide triple or double. Aybar very, very aggressive on the base pass, and here comes Reggie Willits. Willits is 0 for 1, drew a walk back in the 3rd inning. So if you look at it for face value, you have a runner at first base. So Aybar, who is very, very aggressive, can take off at any time, and that can turn things into a runner at second or a runner at third. Just like that, the ball game can be tied in just a bit. Mavericks 2, Quakes 1. Parra's pitch on the way, a fastball in there for a strike, outside edge belt high, and the count 0-1 on Willits. Reggie Willits had a great ball game last night as well. 3 for 4, 2 runs batted in. Travis Hinton holding Aybar on at first. Parra at the belt, and they'll fire back over to first base, not in time. Under normal circumstances, Travis Hinton would be playing off the bag with 2 out. But you have a guy like Aybar on at first base who leads the Callix and stolen bases. That rule is out the window as Parra fires back over to first, not in time again. Troy Farnsworth playing just a bit shallow on Willits over at third. Another throw by Parra is not in time. Greg Porter on deck for Rancho Cucamonga. Reggie Willits also lined out to shortstop back in the first. Parra at the ready in the 0-1 pitch, and it won't go as time called by home plate umpire Brandon Leopoldis. Don't forget, tomorrow night, final game of this 4-game set. The last game the Mavericks will play in this ballpark for the regular season. It'll be David Bradley on the hill against Joe Saunders as the 0-1 pitch misses outside and the count 1-1 on Willits. In case you're wondering, Willits against High Desert this season, .265 against Mavericks pitching. Having a great past 10 games, a .333 average in that span, and another throw by Parra back over to first base, not in time. The count 1-1 on the switch hitting Willits. Parra out of the stretch once again, and now another fake back over to first base, and this is a little bit of a mini game going on between Parra and Erick Aybar right now. You can almost sense that Aybar is going to go at any minute, but Parra trying to keep him as close as possible. 1-1 pitch, Aybar stays. It's line down the left field line, hooking foul and out of play. And they count a ball and 2 strikes on Reggie Willits. There's some wind blowing out towards right field as we're taking a look at the flags. Slight jet stream going out toward that area. Now another throw by Parra back over to first base, not in time. That's got to be the 5th or 6th time Parra has thrown back to first in this at-bat. But Erick Aybar doesn't seem to care really. Taking that same big lead off at first, the 1-2 pitch. Aybar stays, and a breaking ball just misses outside. Off the plate. Where did that one miss? That was awfully close. And they count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, there have been some very, very close pitches just off the plate that Leopoldis has ruled outside. Parra at the belt again, the 2-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and a flare down the left field line. Going back is Frost. It falls in there toward the corner and off the wall. Rounding third is Aybar to score. Callix Crabbe throw will not make it there, and an RBI double by Reggie Willits ties the game at 2 apiece. Boy, if you're the Mavericks, that hurts. He had a good-looking off-speed pitch by Manny Parra that seemed to shave the outside edge and should have been strike 3. But instead, Reggie Willits got another crack, and as a result, an RBI double. We're tied at 2. Here comes dangerous Greg Porter. Porter is 0 for 2. The former 4-sport athlete in high school is Parra at the ready, and the pitch on the way. A fastball just misses off the plate, low and outside. Again, that one awfully close. And the count 1 ball, no strikes. Greg Porter, back in high school, played baseball, football, track, and basketball. Parra at the ready in the 1-0 pitch. Off speed, misses way low in the dirt. Trapped by Villanueva, and the count 2-0. Porter, of course, a tight end at Kalabaluli's alma mater, Texas A&M. That's Parra out of the stretch. Looks back at second base, and the 2-0 pitch on the way. Fastball misses off the plate again, barely low and outside, and the count 3-0 on Greg Porter. Mavericks 2, Rancho Cucamonga 2, bottom half of the fifth. Runner at second, 2 out. Parra out of the stretch, looks back at second. His 3-0 pitch is swung on and grounded foul right side, and the count 3-1. In case you're wondering, Porter with runners in scoring position hitting .267. That runner at second base is a speedy Reggie Willits. Parra out of the stretch again. Looks back at second, and the 3-1 pitch on the way is swung on and a flare to center field and deep. Bibbs going back. He makes the grab just off to his right, and that ends the inning for Rancho Cucamonga. But the Quakes tie it. They get 1 run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We played 5 innings here at the Epicenter, tied at 2. Roxy will rejoin you for the 6th after this on your home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
Soul Printing and Graphics brings over 20 years of full-color printing experience to the high desert. Soul Printing and Graphics offers state-of-the-art digital printing capabilities. Soul Printing and Graphics offering red-hot prices, red-hot service, and a red-hot business image for you. A grand slam. Soul Printing and Graphics, where the client is so special, we come to you. Call Soul Printing at 952-3834 or visit www.soulprinting.com. Soul Printing and Graphics. We print to impress.
Are you ready for a new you? You're not getting any younger, and your health needs are changing. You need changes in your lifestyle. Feeling better and healthier starts with good exercise. Get ready for a different routine at Cardio Fit Sports Center. Check out their senior programs. You owe it to yourself to stop in and see Cardio Fit Sports Club. There's no contracts to sign, and you'll find a workout specifically geared to help you target the areas you want to shape up, whether it's your heart or your hiney. Cardio Fit is fitness for all ages. They have aerobics and step classes, basketball, racquetball, and handball, complete self-defense for men, women, and children, and special low-impact programs for seniors. Cardio Fit Sports Club has daycare available. Stay healthy and fit at Cardio Fit Sports Club on Valley Center Drive across from Costco in Victorville. Give them a call at 245-0288. Seniors can join Cardio Fit now for only $15 a month. Cardio Fit Sports Club.
2-2 ball game. We go to the 6th inning. Here at the Epicenter, Roxy Bernstein with you. As the Mavericks will send Van Eiderstein, Farnsworth, and Mendez to the plate against the right-hander Shell. 2 runs on 5 hits for High Desert. The Mavericks have stranded 6. For the Quakes, 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and they've left 4 runners aboard. Van Eiderstein reached on an error in the 4th. He's 0 for 2. He'll lead off here for the Mavericks in the 6th inning. So Ben Van Eiderstein trying to get something going here for High Desert. Steven Shell has struck out 7. The right-hander has walked 1 and hit a batter. And his pitch to Van Eiderstein, a fastball, a high bouncer to short, backhanded by Aybar. Loads the gun, throws to first. Van Eiderstein is out. 1 gone here in the 6th on 1 pitch. Well, when Aybar fields it and he knows he has time, he really cocks the arm and almost as a game with himself to race the runner to first base. Just tries to get it as close as he can, but he knows he's going to get him. Here is Farnsworth, who struck out in the 4th. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He also flew out in the 2nd. The 6'5" right-hander Steven Shell is pitch. Fastball outside corner for a strike. Wow. The pitch Shell's getting, the Manny Parra is not getting. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. That's low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away here in the 6th. Here's the windup from Shell and the 1-1 pitch to Farnsworth. Curveball swing and a miss, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Check out and see how the other Brewer affiliates did last night. Indianapolis split a doubleheader in Syracuse with the Blue Jays AAA team. The Syracuse Chiefs. 1-2 pitch to Farnsworth. Low one away with the off speed. 2-2 in the opener. Mark Lukashevitz got the win for Syracuse, and Chris Mahalik took the loss for the Indians as Corey Harthomer, the former Maverick, hit his 13th. 5-4 in the opener. 2-2 pitch. Farnsworth lifts it out of play off to the right side. In the nightcap, Brandon Gamal knocked in 3. Clint Weibel threw 5 innings of one-hit ball, and the Indians won 4-3 in Game 2. Peter Bergeron also drove in a run. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Farnsworth. That's up and in, 3-2, full count now. Weibel 3-1. Ben Ford picked up his first save. Gamal homered his third. So Indianapolis splitting a doubleheader with Syracuse. 3-2 pitch, and Farnsworth takes a curveball. Strike 3 called. Unbelievable. Slow bender that, according to Brandon Leopoldus, moved in there. 2 gone here in the 6th. 8 strikeouts for Shell, and all 8 have come since the 3rd inning. 2 outs here is Mendez, who singled and walked today. Right-hand hitter as Shell starts him off with a fastball fouled back, 0-1. Huntsville a 9-5 win over Montgomery, the Devil Rays AA team last night. Ricky Weeks drove in 4, went 2 for 5. Weeks had to pair of doubles. Brad Nelson, the former Maverick, drove in 2, and Johnny Rayburn scored 3 runs. 1 pitch way inside, 1-1. Former Maverick Glenn Woolard worked 2 1/3 shutout innings, giving up 1 hit for the win. Woolard 2-0 for Huntsville with a 2.66 ERA after his promotion this season from the high desert. 1-1 pitch. Mendez takes it inside. It's 2-1. John Novinsky, save number 8, worked the final 2 frames. Tony Gwynn Jr. drove in a run. 9-5 Huntsville winning. Two and one on Mendez. Here's the windup from Shell in the pitch. Curveball up and in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Beloit in a rain-shortened game winning in South Bend last night, 4-1. Dana Evelyn, the complete game, gave up a run on 3 hits in 5 innings. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss from Mendez. It's full now, 3-2. Bill Lewis homered his 4th, and Steve Moss hit his 5th. 3-hitter for Evelyn, a 4-1 win for the Snappers. Full count, and now Mendez calls for time and steps out. Helena losing 10-6 in Billings last night. Edwin Walker the loss. 2-1 for the Brewers. Tony Festa homer, drove in 2, and Charlie Fermain 2 hits. Called strike 3, another curveball, and Mendez thought it was ball 4. He started off toward first base, and he caught him looking. Strikeout number 9 for Steven Shell. And the Mavericks are gone. 1, 2, 3 here in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 2. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
Blimpie Subs and Salads is now serving their delicious subs at Maverick Stadium. Enjoy your choice of Blimpie's best. Ham, turkey, or club. Top it off with a chip, a cookie, or a drink. So next time you're at Maverick Stadium, come to Blimpie Subs and Salads, located just inside the main gate. Also at their Hesperia and Victorville locations, they're featuring their promotional subs made on sourdough bread and grilled to perfection. So remember, simply Blimpie for the best subs around.
You'll know the minute you get here. We've got a car for you.
Come on, just admit it. You've outgrown your old car or truck. Well, right now, you can trade it in on something you'll really like at Rancho Motor Company Chevrolet Cadillac. Hi, everybody. This is Bob Montague. You'll find the largest selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans for sport, work, or play. Choose from over 400 new and pre-owned Chevrolet and Cadillacs and take advantage of extra low GMAC financing and generous factory rebates on selected models. That's right. Whether you're looking for a sporty new Cadillac CTS, a versatile Chevy Tahoe, or the rugged Avalanche, you'll find what you need in stock and priced right at Rancho Motor Company, where they've got a deal to put you behind the wheel. Rancho Motor Company Chevrolet Cadillac at I-15 at Dos Thomas in Victorville. Rancho Motor Company will be there.
You're listening to Mavs Baseball on KRAK Hesperia, in service of Infinity Broadcasting.
go to the bottom of the sixth inning, tied at 2, middle third of the order for the Quakes against Parra. Napoli, Abruzzo, and Abram here. 2 runs on 5 hits for both sides. The Quakes have committed an error. Bullpen activity, righty James Carroll is up in the bullpen for the Quakes here. He lost the game here on Monday night. Napoli is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out today. Here's Parra's pitch on the way, and a fastball is low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes on Michael Napoli. Parra ready to fire again. Toes the slab and the 1-0 pitch. That's high, ball 2. 2-0 on Napoli. Parra has struck out 5. He's walked 1. As the 2-0 pitch on the way is swung on and grounded to third. Farnsworth fields it toward his right. Near the line, throws on to Hinton for the out. 1 away here in the 6th. That'll bring up Abruzzo's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a foul out today. Switch hitter will stand in there from the right. Here's Jared Abruzzo climbing in there. Abruzzo 3 for 10 in this series. Tomorrow night, the finale of this 4-game set at 7:15. Parra's pitch to Abruzzo is a check swing of the breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, the Mavericks' final game here at Rancho this season. It'll be David Bradley for High Desert, Joe Saunders for the Quakes. 0-1 pitch, and Abruzzo takes in the dirt. 1-1. Bradley is 3-5, but with a 3.70, he's in the top 10 in the league in ERA. So is Saunders, who is 7-7 with a 3.45. 1-1 pitch, and Abruzzo takes a curveball for a called strike. 1-2. Bullpen activity starting for the Mavericks. Right-hander Reggie Rivard is getting up. Here's Parra's 1-2 pitch on the way to Abruzzo. Swing and a miss, got him on the breaking ball. 2 gone here in the 6th. That's 6 strikeouts for Manny Parra. 2 gone. Here is Abram, who doubled in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. So Matt Abram, the batter. He came in last night as a defensive replacement in the 9th. Getting his first start of this series today. Here's Parra's pitch on the way to Abram, and a breaking ball is low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. The Mavericks are back at home this weekend to host Lake Elsinore for 3. Friday night, Saturday night, 7:05 games and 3:05 Sunday. 1-0 pitch, and Abram takes it inside from Parra, ball 2. Friday night's another Napa Auto Parts family feast night. As all sodas and hot dogs just $1 at Maverick Stadium. 2-0 pitch on the way, and Abram swings and misses. It's 2-1. Tickets still remain for this weekend series against the Storm, the Padres affiliate. Operators standing by right now as we speak to take your phone call. 760-246-MAVS, 246-6287. 2-1 pitch to Abrams. Swinging a liner left field, that's a hit. Soft line drive that drops in front of Frost, and a 2-out base hit is hit number 6 for the Quakes. Abram 2 for 3 today. He is at first with 2 outs. Here comes Adam Papkevich, is 1 for 2. He doubled and scored in the 3rd, and he struck out in the 4th. And Saturday night, fireworks night at the ballpark. Another spectacular pyrotechnic show. This one's sponsored by Valley High Toyota Honda. Parra's pitch on the way is a breaking ball low. Ball 1 to Papkevich, the right-hand hitting second baseman, 1-0. And Sunday at 3:05. 3 games this weekend against Lake Elsinore. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball from Parra is fisted out of play off to the right. 1 ball and 1 strike on Papkevich. 760-246-MAVS to get your Mavericks tickets. 246-6287. 1 ball, 1 strike. Abram leads at first. Parra's pitch, and Pavkovich hits it in the air. Down the right field side, a tough play. Crabbe hustling on the short right, and it drops in just fair down the right field side. Picked up by Crabbe. Rounding third. Here comes Abram to the plate. He's safe at home plate. And around the third base goes Pavkovich, and Parra can't believe it. That ball literally landed on the line on the right field side. And it rolled into foul ground, and it curved in toward the bullpen. The fence got in the way there. For Crabbe, he had to step out, then throw to the plate. And Pavkovich going all the way around to third, 3-2 Rancho here in the bottom of the sixth with 2 gone. And it was a bang-bang play at the plate. Going away by making a trip to the mound here, another 2-out rally. Abram scoring all the way from first. Pavkovich 2 for 3, and here comes Mel Queen to the mound. A little flare that just fell in and landed literally on the line. And this call to the bullpen is Reggie Willits will come on for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the sixth with 2 gone, a runner at third. 3-2 Quakes. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
The 2004 baseball season is underway and fun is back. There's still time to get season tickets and mini plans for the 2004 season. Whether you need seats for all 70 games or just 8, the Mavericks have ticket packages starting at just $56. Bring your church, company, little league team, or lodge out to the game with a group outing with the Mavericks. The Mavericks provide the most fun and affordable family entertainment in the high desert. Call 246-MAVS for ticket plan and group information. Mavericks baseball, it's fantastic. Throughout the high desert, nobody welcomes more families home than KB Home. With new home communities in Victorville and Hesperia and prices starting in the low 200s, you're sure to find a home your family will love. Plus, you'll choose your own home site, floor plan, and customizing design options. Come tour our model homes and see why KB Home is the high desert's best new home builder. Call 888-KB-HOMES or log on to kbhome.com. Prices, terms subject to change. See sponsor for details. Equal housing opportunity.
One of the most important things you can do to keep your vehicles running their best is to change the oil and filter regularly. But you haven't finished the job until you recycle that used oil and filter. Never dump used oil in the ground, in storm drains, or in the garbage. The only safe way to dispose of that used oil and filter is by taking it to a friendly, convenient collection center. So this spring and summer, step up to the plate for the environment. To find an oil collection center or household hazardous waste collection center near you, call 1-800-CLEANUP. The Mavericks and the California Integrated Waste Management Board want to thank you for all your recycling efforts. Working together, we can keep our community a great place to live, work, and play ball.
Right-hander Reggie Willits has come out of the bullpen here for High Desert. 3-2. The Quakes lead it. In the bottom of the sixth inning, a 2-out rally chased Parra. A single to left field on a soft line drive from Matt Abram. And then Adam Pavkovich flared one on the right field side. It landed just inside the line, and the chalk kicked up. And for an RBI triple as Abram came all the way around from first, and the Quakes lead at 3-2. Here is Jason Sugden, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sacrifice today. A switch hitter will turn around and bat from the left against the right-hander Willits. 2 outs, and Pavkovich at third. Quakes on top by a run. Willits making his 4th appearance for the Mavericks. Right-hander has saved the game Monday night, deals a fastball low and inside. That one hit Pavkovich on the foot, or rather Sugden on the foot, and he goes down to first. Hit by pitch, runners to the corners with 2 outs for B.J. Weed, who's 0 for 2 with an RBI. Willits has his save in 3 outings at a 1.8 ERA. In 5 innings, he has given up 4 hits and walked 4 and struck out 2. Willits gave up 2 walks, but no runs, no hits in his save on Friday night. Or rather, on Monday night, excuse me. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. B.J. Weed will bat from the left side. A switch hitter will turn around. Willits ready. The right-hander moves over to first, and back to the bag is Sugden. Willits 6'2", 190 pounds. He's 26 years of age. Signed as a free agent this past offseason in January by Milwaukee. Willits from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Fastball line foul off to the left. Into the crowd, 0-1. Rivard last year split time at AA and AAA. With the Rangers organization at AA Frisco and AAA Oklahoma. Throw over to first and a dive back in for Sugden. This year he's been at AA Huntsville and is 1-0 for AAA Indianapolis. Went 3-1 for the Stars with a 6.55 ERA. Right-hander Rivard ready. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball lined to short and a hop picked up by Cruz. Throws on to first base for the out. The Quakes are gone here in the 6th. They get a run to take the lead on 2 hits and 2 runners left. We're through 6. Quakes 3, Mavericks 2. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
Are you ready for a new you? You're not getting any younger, and your health needs are changing. You need changes in your lifestyle. Feeling better and healthier starts with good exercise. Get ready for a different routine at Cardio Fit Sports Center. Check out their senior programs. You owe it to yourself to stop in and see Cardio Fit Sports Club. There's no contracts to sign, and you'll find a workout specifically geared to help you target the areas you want to shape up, whether it's your heart or your hiney. Cardio Fit is fitness for all ages. They have aerobics and step classes, basketball, racquetball, and handball, complete self-defense for men, women, and children, and special low-impact programs for seniors. Cardio Fit Sports Club has daycare available. Stay healthy and fit at Cardio Fit Sports Club on Valley Center Drive across from Costco in Victorville. Give them a call at 245-0288. Seniors can join Cardio Fit now for only $15 a month. Cardio Fit Sports Club.
Blimpie Subs and Salads is now serving their delicious subs at Mavericks Stadium. Enjoy your choice of Blimpie's best. Ham, turkey, or club. Top it off with a chip, a cookie, or a drink. So next time you're at Mavericks Stadium, come to Blimpie Subs and Salads, located just inside the main gate. Also at their Hesperia and Victorville locations, they're featuring their promotional subs made on sourdough bread and grilled to perfection. So remember, simply Blimpie for the best subs around.
We move along to the 7th inning, and new pitchers come on for Rancho, and it's right-hander James Carroll. Stephen Shell went the first 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, both earned on 5 hits. He struck out 9 and walked 1 and hit a batter. And Shell hands it off to the bullpen of the right-hander Carroll, who is 3-1 with a 3.29 ERA in 26 games this year. 38 in the 3rd innings, he has given up 48 hits. He has struck out 19 and walked 17. Cruz followed by the top of the order. Bibbs and Crabbe here for High Desert in the 7th. Carroll took the loss here on Monday night. Worked 1 inning. He walked 2, gave up a hit and a run. And Farnsworth homered against Carroll here on Monday night. Here's the right-hander's pitch on the way, and Cruz swings to the first pitch and hits in the air into right center field. Willits coming in, so is the right fielder Sugden, and it's Reggie Willits to put it away. 1 gone here in the 7th. That'll bring up Kennard Bibbs. Bibbs 1 for 3 with a run scored today. Mavericks shaking things up in the coaching boxes. Stanton Cameron's gone over to coach 3rd now, and Chris Morris is coaching 1st. Right-hander Rich Thompson is up in the bullpen now for the Quakes. Here is a left-hand hitting Bibbs. Final line on Parra, by the way, goes 5 2/3 innings today. Gives up 3 runs, all earned on 7 hits. Bibbs takes a fastball low. Parra struck out 6 and walked 1. 1-0 the count on Bibbs. Right-hander Carroll, 6 feet, 185 pounds. 1-0 pitch is low and away to Bibbs, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Carroll picked up as a free agent last June. 2-0 pitch. Bibbs takes up and in. It's 3-0 now. 3 balls, no strikes. Carroll played his college ball here in Southern California at Pepperdine. 3-0 pitch, and Bibbs takes low, ball 4, and he walks on 4 pitches. Mavericks get the tying run aboard here with 1 out in the 7th for Crabbe, who's 0 for 3. Couple of groundouts and a strikeout for Callix Crabbe. Bibbs, the runner at first base, 22 steals on the year. Bibbs is 5th in the league. Crabbe waits as the right-hander Carroll from the high set. Here comes. Crabbe swings to the first pitch, rolls it to the right side. Nice play by Patkevich to run it down. Then the ball pops out of his mitt and everybody's safe. Infield single for Crabbe. Bibbs goes to second base. Patkevich made a nice play just to get there, but then couldn't hang on to it. So Bibbs goes to second, Crabbe at first base. Here is Villanueva's 1 for 2 with a home run today. He's also been hit by a pitch. A 2-run home run in the first, accounting for the Mavericks' lone runs today. 3-2 Quakes, 1 out, top of the 7th. Bibbs at second, Crabbe at first base. The right-hander Carroll from the set. Here comes the pitch to Villanueva, and a slider is low and away in the dirt, and Napoli keeps it in front of him for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Mavericks led it 2-0 until the third. The Quakes got single runs in the third, fifth, and sixth. Lead at 3-2 here in the top of the 7th. A look back from the right-hander Carroll, and the 1-0 pitch to Villanueva. Breaking ball, swing and a miss as Villanueva almost screwed himself into the ground on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carroll peers in Napoli. A look back by the right-hander. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Villanueva takes it low, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Villanueva's hitting .295 this year with runners in scoring position. That average has been going up as of late. 2 home runs in this series for the Mavs catcher. Bibbs at second. Crabbe at first with 1 gone. Carroll on top now. 2-1 pitch on the way. Villanueva swings and pulls it foul on the ground, wide of third. Count is even at 2-2 with Hinton on deck here. Two balls, 2 strikes. Carroll goes through the signs here with Napoli. Now he's ready to fire. 2-2 pitch, runners go. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Throw to third. Bibbs is safe, and Crabbe pulls second base in the double steal. The Villanueva strikes out in ball 3. There's 2 gone, second and third for Hinton. Double steal for Bibbs, his 23rd. For Crabbe, his 22nd. So 2 outs for Hinton is 2 for 3 today. The Quakes have a free base to play with at first with Frost on deck here. So 2 outs. Base hit by Hinton here could put the Mavericks in front. Bibbs at third, Crabbe at second base with 2 outs. Mavs have already stranded 6 runners today. Carroll stares in, Hinton, the left-hand hitter with a slightly open stance. Here's the pitch on the way, and a breaking ball is bounced over the mound. Here's second base. Diving stop by Aybar. Spin throws to first. Hinton is on, safe. Infield single. Scoring is Bibbs. Crabbe goes to third. We're tied at 3. Third hit for Travis Hinton. That one ties up the ball game. And Aybar made a terrific play. He kept it a tie game for the time being. His sliding stop behind second base held Crabbe at third base. And also Matt Toth, now the Mavericks trainer, comes out to take a look at Hinton, who got tangled up trying to run across the bag at first base with Abram. And Hinton says he's okay, and Toth goes back to the dugout. 3 hits for Hinton, now an RBI, and we're tied at 3. Here is Frost. A hard ground ball back up the middle, and Aybar with a dive keeps Crabbe at third base. Infield single for Hinton. 2 outs, runners at the corners. The pitch to Frost, a breaking ball low and in. Frost 0 for 3 today, has struck out twice. One ball, no strikes. So Hinton brings home the tying run here in the 7th. The 1-0 pitch from Carroll, and Frost takes a fastball just a bit low. 2 balls, no strikes. This started with a 1-out walk to Bibbs, then an infield single for Crabbe. Double steal when Villanueva struck out, then an infield single for Hinton brought home the run. Crabbe at third, Hinton at first. 2-0 on Frost. Carroll's pitch on the way. That's a fastball low and away. Backhanded by Napoli for ball 3. 3-0. On deck, it's Ben Van Eiderstein. Here's Carroll's 3-0 pitch to Frost. There's a strike right down Broadway. It's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike on Jeremy Frost. Napoli comes out in front of the plate to go through the defensive signs here for the Angels affiliate Rancho Cucamonga. Crabbe at third base, hitting at first with 2 down in a 3-3 ball game. Right-hander Carroll gets the sign from Napoli. He's set. Frost waits. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. It's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hinton will be off from first base on the pitch here. Now Abram goes off the bag and plays deep at first base. Three and 2 on Jeremy Frost. Carroll a long look in. Now the right-hander ready. Here it comes. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to third. Backhand. Nice play by Porter. Off balance throw to first. Oh, what a play by Porter. He crossed over into foul ground, threw across his body, his momentum carrying him toward the dugout, and he got enough on the throw to get Frost by a step at first base to retire the side. Mavericks get a run here in the 7th on 2 hits. They leave 2. Time to stand and stretch here at the epicenter. We go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 3. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
You'll know the minute you get here. We've got a car for you.
Come on, just admit it. You've outgrown your old car or truck. Well, right now, you can trade it in on something you'll really like at Rancho Motor Company Chevrolet Cadillac. Hi, everybody. This is Bob Montague. You'll find the largest selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans for sport, work, or play. Choose from over 400 new and pre-owned Chevrolet and Cadillacs and take advantage of extra low GMAC financing and generous factory rebates on selected models. That's right. Whether you're looking for a sporty new Cadillac CTS, a versatile Chevy Tahoe, or the rugged Avalanche, you'll find what you need in stock and priced right at Rancho Motor Company, where they've got a deal to put you behind the wheel. Rancho Motor Company Chevrolet Cadillac at I-15 at Dos Thomas in Victorville. Rancho Motor Company will be there.
When it comes to building new homes, quality has a name. It's KB Home. For almost half a century, KB Home has been building new homes with quality materials, smart design, and brand names you can trust. Plus, every home is backed by our KB Home 10-year limited warranty. Visit a Victorville or a Hesperia community today to see why so many families choose the quality of KB Home. For details, call 888-KB-HOMES or log on to kbhome.com. See sponsor for details, equal housing opportunity.
The bottom of the 7th, tied at 3 for the Quakes against Rivard here in the inning. It'll be the top of the order. Aybar, Willits, and Porter. Here in the home half of the 7th inning, as the Mavericks scratched out a run in the top half to tie up this ball game. Here is Aybar, who's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a run scored. The right-hander Rivard goes only from the stretch. And he'll face Aybar leading it off as Aybar bats from the left side for the first time today. Here's the pitch from Rivard, and a fastball as Aybar runs up to swing at it and misses for strike 1. Around minor league baseball last night, Kerry Wood on a rehab assignment with Iowa threw 5 scoreless innings in his first rehab start as they beat Albuquerque, the Marlins team, 4-1. Wood gave up 2 hits, 1 walk, struck out 4 to get the win. 0-1 pitch. Aybar takes it high from Rivard. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Aybar leading off the home half of the 7th. Here's Rivard's pitch on the way, and an off-speed pitch is rolled up the right side and foul. It's 1-2. How about Ryan Howard in the Eastern League? As he hit his 33rd home run of the season last night for the Reading Phillies as they beat Akron 8-4. Howard went 4 for 4, and he leads all of minor league baseball with 33 home runs. Think about that. 33 home runs. Michael Napoli leads the Cal League with 19. 1-2 pitch, a curveball high and away. It's 2-2. This is considered maybe the most offensive-friendly league in all of minor league baseball. And Howard is at 33 playing in the Eastern League at Double-A for the Phillies. 2-2 in Aybar. Here's the pitch on the way. Swinging a high pop-up. This will get out of play behind the plate. Into the crowd right down below us. Aybar broke his bat. He'll get a new one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, and Aybar leading off the home half of the 7th inning. Mavericks getting a run in the top half on Travis Hinton's RBI infield single, scoring Bibbs to tie up this ball game. Here's Rivard's 2-2 again, and Aybar fouls off another one back to the screen. Reggie Rivard, the right-hander. A Canadian native, one of 3 Canadians on this Mavericks team, along with Michael Kasevich and the right fielder Ben Van Eiderstein. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside, just off the corner. 3-2, full count. Full count and Aybar. You don't want to lose this guy. He's going to get on base, make him earn it. Here's Rivard's 3-2 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up in back of third. Farnsworth racing out. So is Cruz. And the shortstop calls off Farnsworth, and Cruz makes the grab. 1 gone. 2 outs. Here is Willits, whose RBI single in the 5th inning, or RBI double rather, tied up this game at 2. He's 1 for 2 today. He's also walked. Willits bats left-handed for the first time today. Reggie Rivard. Here's the pitch to Willits, and a breaking ball is pulled on the ground right side. Diving stop by Crabbe into short right field, and Hinton can't take the ball out. Willits is on, infield single. That was a heck of a play by Crabbe. Angling out toward the line, toward the hole. Head first dive, somehow he came up with it, then threw low to first base, and Hinton could not hang on. So Willits at first base with 1 out. Here is Porter, who's 0 for 3. Porter, a couple of flyouts and a ground out today. A headlong dive by Crabbe into short right, and Willits just was able to reach because the throw was low. Extraordinary effort just to get there from Crabbe. Willits on the move. Porter, ground ball, left side, base hit. Through the hole. Stopping at second base as Willits is Frost quickly up with it. Gets it back in. There's 2 on with 1 out. Willits was on the move, and Porter took advantage of it. Grounded it sharply over toward the hole, and Cruz may have had a chance had he been playing straight up. Nine hits now for Rancho. The left-hander Kasevich now up in the bullpen. Here comes John Curtis to the mound, the pitching coach for the Mavericks. As Napoli will be the hitter. He's 0 for 3 today. A couple of groundouts and a flyout. So with 1 out, Willits an infield single, and Porter singled through the left side. 2 on, 1 out, and Curtis going over things. He's also probably giving Kasevich some time here, because if Rivard can get Napoli, They'll probably then bring in Kasevich because Abruzzo is a better left-hand hitter than he is a right-hand hitter. And now the plate umpire, Brandon Leopoldis, goes out to break up the conversation. One out, bottom of the seventh, and a 3-3 game. Quakes have Willits at second and Porter at first base. Now John Curtis back to the dugout. The right-hand hitting Napoli. He is 2 for 10 in this series and 0 for 3 today. Right-hander against right-hander here. Rivard hunched over, peers in at Villanueva. Gives him the target. A look back by Rivard. Here's the pitch to Napoli, and a breaking ball is in there at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Michael Napoli leads the league in home runs and runs batted in. Right-hander Rivard. A look back. Another glance and a 0-1 pitch with a breaking ball hit in the air left center field. Bibbs coming on. Still coming on. Makes the catch. Runners have to go back 2 outs. Two away. Here comes Jared Abruzzo, is 0 for 3 today. A couple of strikeouts and a foul out. He'll turn around and bat from the left side if he does face Rivard here. Kasevich appears to be ready in the bullpen if Mel Queen wants him. 2 outs, 2 on. Abruzzo is a better left-hand hitter than he is a right-hand hitter. Rivard peers in. Abruzzo 310 from the left side and just 235 from the right. And he takes a called strike from Rivard. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Jared Abruzzo. Reggie Rivard ready at the belt. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball just low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Decent crowd on hand for this Wednesday afternoon game. The majority of them are young kids here in the ballpark wearing their uniform shirts and whatever day camp they're with. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball pulled to first base. Right at Travis Hinton for the out. Side retired. The line drive and Abruzzo is out. The Quakes get 2 hits, but Strand 2. No runs here in the 7th. We're through 7, tied at 3. You're home for the Mavericks. 9:10 a.m.
Tired of not being able to tell your house from the neighbors? Desperate to decorate your landscape with something more daring than lawn jockeys? You're far from alone. Thoughtfully placed stone can transform even the most ordinary yard. Southwest Boulder and Stone, Southern California's premier supplier of landscaping rock, has more gravels, pavers, and boulders than you'd ever imagine. Come to southwestboulder.com or call 877-SWB-ROCK. That's 877-SWB-ROCK. Be the Joneses for once. Sit back and watch the others keep up with you.
What does your bank make you do to get free checking? Sign up for direct deposit? Limit the number of checks you write. Limit your free calls to the 800 number. How about talking to a teller? Is that free? Just how free is free at your bank? Come to Jackson Federal Bank and discover free checking that really is free. Stop by the new Apple Valley branch on Highway 18 or visit them on the web at jacksonfederal.com. Jackson Federal Bank, proud sponsor of Mavericks baseball. Member FDIC.
Hot dogs and Pepsis for only $1? It may sound crazy, but it's true. Every Friday night home game at Friendly Mavericks Stadium is a Napa Auto Parts family feast night. $1 hot dogs, $1 Pepsis all night long, courtesy of Napa Auto Parts and the High Desert Mavericks. Great seats are still available for Napa Auto Parts family feast nights. Call 246-MAVS for tickets and information. Call 246-MAVS for ticket plan and group information. Mavericks baseball, it's fantastic.
We go the 8th inning, tied at 3. Roxy Bernstein, Mike Benton with you from the epicenter. Anthony Ferrari, our studio coordinator. James Carroll still out in the hill for the Quakes, and he will face Van Eiderstein, Farnsworth, and Mendez for High Desert here in the 8th. Mavericks tied it with a run in the 7th and had a chance to take the lead. but could not. Then the Quakes had 2 on with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and Napoli and Abruzzo coming up, but they couldn't get the run. 3-3 here into the 8th. 3-7-0 for the Mavericks, who have stranded 8. 3-9-1 for the Quakes, who've also left 8 aboard. Here's Carroll's pitch, and Van Eiderstein takes a fastball for a called strike. Van Eiderstein 0 for 3 today, a couple of ground outs, and he reached on an error in the 4th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up into left center field toward the alleyway. Willits ranging over from center and puts it away. 1 gone here as Farnsworth is 0 for 3 today with a couple of strikeouts. Right-hand hitter. Homered here Monday night, a solo shot to give the Mavericks the lead, breaking a 1-1 tie in the 8th. And hit a grand slam here last night. Farnsworth has driven in 6th in this series thus far. Here's Carroll's pitch to Farnsworth on the way. Up and in, ball 1. Farnsworth homered against Carroll here Monday night. Kasevich still tuning up for the bullpen for the Mavericks. Here's Carroll's 1-0 pitch on the way. Breaking ball pulled foul. As Farnsworth out in front of that one, it's 1-1. Line drive off the bat of the Mavericks third baseman. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander Carroll. Into the windup and the 1-1 pitch to Farnsworth. Breaking ball hit in the air to left field. Going back on it is Weed. Still going back. Just shy of the warning track. Camps under it to put it away. 2 gone as Farnsworth just got under that one. Here is Mendez, who's 1 for 2 today with a single in the 2nd and a walk in the 4th. Two outs and nobody on for Mario Mendez. Here's Carroll's motion and the pitch to Mendez. Way up and in as Mendez jumps out of the way. That's ball 1. Other Brewer affiliates in action today. Indianapolis is at Syracuse. Jorge De La Rosa, the left-hander, going for the Indians tonight. Double-A. Left-hander Matt Ford goes against Montgomery, the Devil Rays Double-A team. As time is called and Mendez steps out. Greg Marrera pitches for Beloit at South Bend, the Diamondbacks team tonight. And Helena has Robert Hinton, a right-hander, going at home against Great Falls, the White Sox. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss by Mendez. 1-1. And the Arizona Brewers are off today. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mendez. Here's Carroll's pitch on the way, and Mendez takes it low and away, ball 2. 2-1. Kasevich has made his way from the bullpen to the dugout. 2-1 pitch. Mendez swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mendez with 3 home runs and 5 doubles in his 18 hits against the Quakes this year. Half of his home runs have come against Rancho. Here's Carroll's 2-2 pitch on the way. Mendez swings and misses and strikes out. Mavericks go 1-2-3 in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 3. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
Along with other organizations, the Boy Scouts of America is doing all kinds of good turns in your community.
It gets low-income people into an affordable house.
I just enjoy the carpentry work.
Measure twice, cut once.
Over 150,000 homes constructed, build, unity, and community.
I'm basically here to help.
This will be a good thing to do. Are you one who will make a difference? Log on to goodturnforamerica.org.
Honey, come check this out.
2 seconds. My show's almost over.
It's our vacation.
What's up?
Lovely cabin, beautiful lake,
Sounds great.
private barbecue, great hiking trails.
Wow, it's easy to find romantic spots on the internet.
Oh, no.
What? It's not available?
No, it's available, all right. Just no internet access or digital cable.
You're kidding. Let's just vacation at home.
Hooked on movies and the internet? Get hooked on Charter. Watch hundreds of movies and great premium channels like Showtime and Stars at no additional cost. And get our new faster 3 meg speed with Charter high-speed internet. And go up to 100 times faster than dial-up and twice as fast as most DSL connections. Sign up for any service and get your second and third month free. Plus, ask about free installation. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get 2 months free. Offer open only to new customers. Prices may vary and certain equipment may be required. Fees may apply for certain installations. Internet access speeds may vary. Offer expires June 15th, 2004. Offer subject to change. Restrictions may apply. Call for details or visit charter.com.
Michael Kasevich on to work the 8th. The count is 2-0 on Matt Abram, who's 2 for 3 today, and the 2-0 pitch sails outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Abram a strikeout in the 2nd, a double in the 4th, and a single and run scored in the 6th. 3-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Left-hander Kasevich, the sidewinder, falling behind the right-hand hitting first baseman Abram. Here's a 3-0 pitch on the way, and there's ball 4. Kasevich thought it was a strike. It's ball 4. And Abram aboard for the 3rd time today. A leadoff walk here in the 8th inning. Runner at first here is Papkovich, who's 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. He's doubled and tripled today. The go-ahead run at first base with nobody out here in the 8th. The left-hander Kasevich making his 20th appearance. He's 0-1 with a save and an ERA of 4.5. Kasevich at 30 innings has struck out 33 and walked 13 now. Runner at first base and nobody out. Farnsworth shallow at third. Hinton holding on Abram. Kasevich from the set. Here comes the pitch. Papkovich squares, bunts at it. Toward the mound, fielded by Kasevich. Spin throws to first base for the out. Sacrifice 1-3, and Abram goes to second base. 1 gone. Here is Jason Sugden. Switch hitting outfielder will bat from the right side against the lefty Kasevich. Sugden is 0 for 1 today with a sacrifice and a hit by pitch. He struck out in the 5th. Kasevich last worked Sunday night, worked a scoreless inning against the Quakes at Mavericks Stadium. In his last 5 outings, Kasevich has not given up a run. 7 innings, he's given up 6 hits, and he has struck out 10. 1 out. Abram at second base. Kasevich a peek back. Here it comes to Sugden, and a breaking ball is in there for a called strike. 0-1. Reggie Willits goes in and a third, gives up 2 hits, no runs, and he hit a batter and hands it off to his fellow Canadian Kasevich. Kasevich 6'2", left-hander. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Sugden waves at a breaking ball for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second base, the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 8th. The closer, Von Sturzbach, has gotten up for the Quakes here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Kasevich's 3rd appearance against the Quakes. He has yet to give up a run against Rancho. Farnsworth even with the bag at 3rd. Leading at second base, Abram. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He got him to chase the breaking ball outside. 2 gone. That'll leave it up to B.J. Weed. Switch hitter will bat for the right side. Weed 0 for 3 with a couple of ground outs, a fly out, and RBI today. He grounded out in the 3rd to bring home Papkovich with the Quakes' first run today. 2 outs, Abram at second base. 3-3, bottom of the 8th inning. Kasevich from the set. Here it comes. Breaking ball just outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Cruz shading up the middle a little bit at shortstop. As Kasevich will look back. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Weed. That's low and inside, ball 2. 2-0. Sturzbach has sat down, and now Rich Thompson has gotten up in the bullpen for the Quakes. 2 balls, no strikes, and Weed. Abram, the runner at second base. Here comes the 2-0 pitch on the way, and there's a called strike. It's 2-1. Leadoff walk for Abram. Pavkovich bunted him along, then Sugden struck out. In the ninth, the Mavericks will have Cruz, Bibbs, and Crabbe to bat. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Weed swings and he rolls one foul off to the left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and two, the count with 2 away. Savage has been brilliant as of late. Left-hander ready. A look back. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Quakes are gone here in the 8th. No runs, no hits, a runner left, and 2 strikeouts for Kasevich. We go to the 9th, tied at 3. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
The 2004 baseball season is underway and fun is back. There's still time to get season tickets and mini plans for the 2004 season. Whether you need seats for all 70 games or just 8, the Mavericks have ticket packages starting at just $56. Bring your church, company, little league team, or lodge out to the game with a group outing with the Mavericks. The Mavericks provide the most fun and affordable family entertainment in the high desert. Call 246-MAVS for ticket plan and group information. Mavericks baseball, it's fantastic.
You have exquisite taste, a profound respect for tradition, a deep appreciation for quality and design. Then there's the other you.
The one who likes bopping around town in your stylish Toyota RAV4. Or the one who loves nothing better than cruising in your smooth-riding Highlander. With room for 7 and an available 230-horsepower V6, you're flat out gone. Is conquering mountains more you? Then hit the road and the off-road in a powerful 245-horsepower 4Runner. Or conquer the world in the ultimate Toyota SUV, the mighty Land Cruiser. The full-size Sequoia is ready to rock, too, with room for 8 and a V8.
Yes, with 5 Toyota SUVs to choose from, there's sure to be one that's just right for you.
And the other you. See your Southern California Toyota dealer today. We make it easy. Get the feeling. Toyota.
We go the 9th inning, tied at 3. A new pitcher's come on for the Quakes. Right-hander Rich Thompson takes over. James Carroll goes 2 innings, gives up a run on 2 hits. He struck out 2 and walked 1. And the right-hander Thompson will face Cruz in the top of the order. Bibbs and Crabbe here for the Mavericks in the 9th inning of a 3-3 ball game. Thompson making his 33rd appearance to lead the club. He is 1-1 with 4 saves and a 4.04 ERA. Right-hander from Australia deals, and Cruz takes a fastball for a called strike. Thompson in 42 1/3 has struck out 47, and he's walked 23. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way, and Cruz takes it outside, 1-1. Thompson worked an inning here Friday night, gave up a home run to Villanueva, and the Mavericks 3-1 win. 1-1 pitch to Cruz, curveball inside corner for a strike, 1-2. Cruz 0 for 3, a couple of flyouts and a strikeout looking. Thompson gave up 2 hits in his 1 inning on Friday night. It's a big insurance run in the 9th inning for High Desert. Here's the windup from Thompson, the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball pulled wide of third. Do it again at 1-2. Thompson 6'1", 180 pounds. He just turned 20 years of age. Here's the motion and the 1-2 pitch again to Enrique Cruz. Swinging a high fly ball, deep left field. Weed going back. Weed at the fence. He looks up. He leaps. It is out of here. Enrique Cruz, a majestic rainbow home run to lead off the 9th inning, and the Mavericks have taken a 4-3 lead. For Cruz, his 6th home run of the season, his 4th against the Quakes. 4-3 High Desert. Here's Kennard Bibbs. Thompson gives up the lead here in the 9th. Fastball and Bibbs fouls it back. 0-1 on Kennard Bibbs. 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored today. Ground out, a strikeout, a single, and a walk. A leadoff home run for Enrique Cruz here in the top of the 9th inning. Gives the Mavs the lead again. With that, Homero Rivera's gotten up in the bullpen. Here's Thompson's 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. 0-2 on Bibbs. No balls, 2 strikes. Enrique Cruz with a rainbow. Fly ball that just kept on getting and finally got out of here. Here's Thompson's 0-2 pitch to Bibbs. Swinging a foul ball off to the left. In the bottom of the 9th, it'll be the top of the order for the Quakes. Aybar, Willits, and Porter. Second home run of the day for the Mavericks. Here's the 0-2 again to Bibbs. Swinging a foul back to the screen as Bibbs reaching for a pitch low and away. Villanueva, 2-run homer against Shell in the 1st. And Cruz with a solo home run to lead off the 9th to put High Desert in front. No balls, 2 strikes on Bibbs. There's the windup from Thompson, the pitch. Breaking ball outside. 1-2. Clutch home run from Enrique Cruz. Here's Thompson's 1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 away here in the 9th. That's 12 strikeouts now by the Quakes pitching staff today. Here comes Crabbe, who reached on an infield single in the 7th. He is 1 for 4. One out, nobody on. Here's Thompson's windup in the pitch. Crabbe swings and a bouncer to first base. Abram gobbles it up, and he takes it himself. Nice play by the Quakes first baseman. That was not an easy play. On the bouncer over to first base, there's 2 gone now, as that one hit right at him, but trapped it up against his midsection and made the play. Here's Villanueva now with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-run homer in the 1st. He's 1 for 3 today. He's also been hit by a pitch. Villanueva homered against Thompson here Monday night. Here's Thompson's windup in the pitch. Breaking ball low. No, it's a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Rich Thompson. Villanueva takes it low and away. 1-1. Steven Shell started for the Quakes, went to first 6. James Carroll for 2, and now Thompson. Here's the 1-1 to Villanueva. Low and away, 2-1. Manny Parra started for the Mavericks today. He struck out 6 and 5 2/3, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits. Struck out 6, walking 1. Here's the 2-1 to Villanueva. Breaking ball up and in, it's 3-1. Then Rivard for an inning and a third, and Kasevich worked the 8th. Mavs with the lead, possibly Rivera coming on to try to close it in the 9th. He's got 3 saves. Thompson, the motion, and the 3-1 to Villanueva. Low and away, he walked in ball 4. 2-out walk brings up Hinton. Travis 3 for 4 today with an RBI. And his RBI in the 7th inning tied the ball game at 3. 2 outs, Villanueva at first base. 4-3, High Desert, top of the 9th. Thompson from the set. Here comes to Hinton. That's high and away. 1-0. Hinton now with 100 hits for this season. Picked up his 100th in the RBI single in the 7th. 1-0 pitch. Low and inside as Hinton checks his swing. It's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Cruz the leadoff home run here in the 9th to give the Mavs the lead. 2-out walk, Villanueva at first base. Mavericks trail to 3-2, but getting runs in the 7th and 9th to take the lead. 2-0 pitch. Hinton swings and a line drive to right field, a base hit through the hole. Villanueva stops at second. Hinton now 4 for 5 today. 2 on, 2 out for Frost. Frost 0 for 4, a couple of groundouts and a pair of strikeouts today. 9 hits for the Mavericks. Villanueva at second, Hinton at first with 2 gone here in the top of the 9th inning. Rivera appears to be ready in the bullpen. He just went and got a drink of water and just now goes back out to the mound out there as Frost takes the called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Tariq climbed the hill out in the bullpen, takes some more warm-up tosses. 0-1 on Frost. Right-hand hitter facing the righty Thompson. A look back in the 0-1 pitch, and Frost takes it just a bit low. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jeremy Frost here. 4 runs on 9 hits for the Mavericks. 3 runs, 9 hits, and error for the Quakes. Thompson ready. A peek back at second. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Frost. Swinging a high pop-up. This will get out of play. Off to the right side. Into the crowd. It goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mavericks with a win today can make it 3 out of 4 on the road that they have won. A look back in the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, strike 3 called to Frost. Caught him looking in a late strike call from Brandon Leopoldis. The Mavericks do get the go-ahead run, though, here in the 9th on 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Mavericks 4. Quakes 3. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
Hot dogs and Pepsis for only $1? It may sound crazy, but it's true. Every Friday night home game at Friendly Mavericks Stadium is a Napa Auto Parts family feast night. $1 hot dogs and $1 Pepsis all night long, courtesy of Napa Auto Parts and the High Desert Mavericks. Great seats are still available for Napa Auto Parts family feast nights. Call 246-MAVS for tickets and information. Call 246-MAVS for ticket plan and group information. Mavericks baseball, it's fantastic.
When it comes to insurance, understanding is key, and the key to understanding is Key City.
New car buyers, before you make your purchase, it's wise to consider all of the expenses involved. Your insurance premiums vary a great deal depending on the make and model you select. Your Key City agent can give you accurate information as to what the insurance premium will be on your prospective purchase. Nowadays, new car buyers tend to know much more about the features of their vehicle than they do about the insurance that protects it, themselves, and others. Visit Key City today in the Wimbledon Village on Hesperia Road in Victorville or call 241-7375 and let them help you make an informed decision. That's 241-7375, Key City.
When it comes to insurance, understanding is key, and the key to understanding is Key City.
Key City Insurance. Unlock the mystery.
Key City.
You're listening to Mavs Baseball on KRAK Hesperia, a service of Infinity Broadcasting.
We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Homero Rivera on to close it for High Desert. 4-3 Mavericks leading, and after Cruz's solo home run to lead off the top of the 9th inning. Kacevich works an inning with 2 strikeouts and a walk. Now Rivera trying to save it for him. The left-hander Homero Rivera is 0-1 with 3 saves and a 5.17 ERA. Rivera in 15 2/3 has struck out 17. He has walked 10. He will face the top of the order. Aybar, Willits, and Porter for Rancho here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rivera last worked his scoreless frame against the Quakes on Sunday night with a strikeout and gave up 1 hit. So it's Aybar who will bat from the right side to lead it off. He is 2 for 4 today with a pair of singles and a run scored. Erick Aybar will lead off the 9th. Farnsworth shallow at third. Hinton playing about a step in front of the bag at first. Here for Aybar. Left-hander Rivera, 5'10", 190 pounds. Picked up as a free agent by the Brewers and assigned to High Desert earlier this season. And his pitch is a breaking ball that nibbles at the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Left-hander Rivera again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball left field toward the corner. Frost racing after it. Looks up at the fence. We're tied. A leadoff home run for Aybar here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rivera hung a breaking ball and Aybar pulled it down the left field line. And we're tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 9th. So Erick Aybar homers to tie up the ball game as both shortstops homer here in the 9th. His 4th of the season. Here is Willits, who's 2 for 3 today. RBI double the 5th for Reggie Willits. Rivera's windup and the pitch on the way is a fastball that just misses outside. Ball 1. For Aybar, 3 of his 4 home runs this season have come against High Desert. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball to left. Frost going back on it in medium deep left field to make the grab. 1 away now in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here comes the left-hand hitting Greg Porter. Porter an infield or a single left in the 7th. He's 1 for 4 today. 4-4 here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the windup from Rivera and the pitch to Porter. Breaking ball low and inside. So the blown save for Homero Rivera. We've got a tie ball game now in the bottom of the 9th inning. With 1 out, here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of the off speed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Motion from Rivera. Here comes the 1-1 to Porter. Swing and a miss at a fastball low and in. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Michael Napoli is on deck here in the bottom of the 9th. 4 runs on 10 hits for the Quakes, 1 error, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Mavericks. Homero Rivera into the windup and the 1-2 pitch to Porter. Swing and a miss. He got him on the breaking ball. Struck him out. 2 gone. Here comes Napoli, who's 0 for 4 today. 2 groundouts and 2 flyouts to the outfield. So if Rivera can get Napoli here, we're going to extras. That means free baseball for everybody here. You pay for 9 and get a free 10. Here's Rivera's pitch on the way to Napoli. Fastball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rivera stares in at Villanueva, now into the motion. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Napoli. It's swung on and missed, a breaking ball in the dirt. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1. Michael Napoli, who doesn't get cheated up there at the plate, that's for sure. He lets loose and he takes his hacks. Deep breath for Rivera. Southpaw toes the slab. Here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way to Napoli. That's high and away, ball 2. 2-1. Tomorrow night at 7:15, by the way, it's David Bradley for the Mavericks and Joe Saunders for the Quakes to round out this series. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Napoli. strike at the knees with the off speed. It's 2-2, and Napoli didn't like it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mavericks are home this weekend for 3 against Lake Elsinore. Tickets still remain, so call the Mavericks. Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. We're going to the 10th. The Quakes get the home run from Aybar here in the bottom of the 9th to tie it. 1 run and 1 hit. 4-4 as we head to extras. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
Honey, come check this out.
2 seconds. My show's almost over.
It's our vacation.
What's up?
Lovely cabin, beautiful lake,
Sounds great.
private barbecue, great hiking trails.
Wow, it's easy to find romantic spots on the internet.
Oh, no.
What? It's not available?
No, it's available, all right. Just no internet access or digital cable.
You're kidding. Let's just vacation at home.
Hooked on movies and the internet? Get hooked on Charter. Watch hundreds of movies and great premium channels like Showtime and Stars at no additional cost. And get our new faster 3 meg speed with Charter high-speed internet. And go up to 100 times faster than dial-up and twice as fast as most DSL connections. Sign up for any service and get your 2nd and 3rd months free. Plus, ask about free installation. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get 2 months free. Offer open only to new customers. Prices may vary and certain equipment may be required. Fees may apply for certain installations. Internet access speeds may vary. Offer expires June 15th, 2004. Offer subject to change. Restrictions may apply. Call for details or visit charter.com.
Soul Printing and Graphics brings over 20 years of full-color printing experience to the high desert. Soul Printing and Graphics offers state-of-the-art digital printing capabilities. Soul Printing and Graphics offering red-hot prices, red-hot service, and a red-hot business image for you. A grand slam. Soul Printing and Graphics, where the client is so special, we come to you. Call Soul Printing at 952-3834 or visit www.soulprinting.com. Soul Printing and Graphics. We print to impress.
We go to the 10th inning. Tied at 4. Mavericks and Quakes. It'll be Van Eiderstein, Farnsworth, and Mendez for High Desert here in the 10th. As High Desert took the lead on the home run from Cruz at the top of the 9th to lead it off. The Quakes shortstop Aybar comes back in the bottom of the 9th with a home run to tie up the ball game. So Van Eiderstein 0 for 4 will lead off the 10th inning for High Desert. He reached on an error in the 4th. So Van Eiderstein, the right-hand swinging right fielder, will lead it off against Rich Thompson here in the 9th inning. Here's the pitch from Thompson on the way, and Van Eiderstein lifts it out of play off to the right. 0-1. Van Eiderstein grounded out against Thompson here on Monday night. Here's a windup in the 0-1 pitch on the way. That's low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Eiderstein, who was leading the Northern League when he was signed by the Brewers and hitting, he was hitting .400 for Schaumburg. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball out toward right center field. Willits racing after it toward the alleyway. It drops in. It bounces all the way to the fence. Picked up by Willits. Eiderstein pulls into second base with a leadoff double here in the 10th. For Van Eiderstein, his 11th hit with High Desert, his 5th double. And a leadoff double to right center field here in the 10th inning. Here comes Farnsworth, who's 0 for 4 today with a couple of strikeouts. Farnsworth has to at least get Van Eiderstein to third here. Leadoff double, 10th hit for the Mavericks. Van Eiderstein at second base. Right-hander Thompson. Look back at second. Here's the pitch to Farnsworth. That's a fastball in there at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Then Van Eiderstein, a leadoff double here in the 10th. He's at second base. 0-1 on Troy Farnsworth. Now Thompson steps on. Farnsworth drove in 2 here Monday, had a solo homer and an RBI single, then hit the grand slam here in the 4th inning last night. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball, and Farnsworth lays off a ball to tie. 1 ball, 1 strike. No bullpen activity for either side here. 1-1 on Farnsworth. Mendez waiting on deck. Van Eiderstein leads at second base. Right-hander Thompson from the belt. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and Farnsworth lines it to right field. Coming on, it drops in front of the right fielder, Sugden. That's a base hit. Stopping at third base is Van Eiderstein. He had to make sure that ball dropped in there. And once it did, he took off for third base, and Sugden got the ball back in. A soft liner in the right field for Farnsworth going the other way. Runners at the corners with nobody out. 3-game hitting streak now for Troy Farnsworth. Here is Mendez, who's 1 for 3 with a walk today. That brings a trip to the mound for Keith Comstock, the pitching coach for the Quakes. Mavericks with a threat here to lead off the 10th. A double by Van Eiderstein, a single to right. For Farnsworth, runners at the corners and nobody out. The batter is going to be Mendez. This is the only afternoon game in the California League. Other games tonight, San Jose's at Modesto. Lefty Brian Burris 3-0 for the Giants against Brad Ziegler 3-0 for the A's. 7:05 in Stockton. The Ports hosting Visalia. Littleton going for the Ports. Perez for the Oaks. Lake Elsinore sending Eddie Bonine to the mound tonight at Inland Empire and Juan Sandoval. Bonine 3-7, Sandoval 5-7, and at 7:15 tonight, Bakersfield is at Lancaster. Runners at the corners for Mendez with nobody out. Thompson from the set, infield to double play position, and Mendez hits a line drive up the middle, base hit center field. That'll score Van Eiderstein. Farnsworth stopped at second base. Mendez, an RBI single. He fisted that one out in the short center, and the Mavericks have taken the lead. It's 5-4. RBI single for Mario Mendez. 2 on, still nobody out. Here is Cruz, a homer in the 9th inning. Second hit for Mendez today. Corners are shallow as Thompson pitches. Cruz squares the bunt. He takes a fastball for a strike. 5-4 Mavericks here in the 10th. Surprising, though, when the approach with Mendez, with runners at the corners and nobody out in a tie ball game in the 10th to play a double play position. Nobody out. Very odd from the Quakes. Didn't matter as Mendez singled to center field anyways. Cruz squares the 0-1 pitch. High and away. Runner breaks for third. Farnsworth steals third base. Porter charged at third base, and Farnsworth took advantage. And the pitch was a high fastball. It's 1-1 on Cruz, and the Mavericks have runners at the corners again. That's a heads-up base running play by Farnsworth. His first steal of the year. Runners at the corners with nobody out and a 1-1 count on Cruz. Righty Ozzie Lugo is now up in the bullpen. 5-4 Mavericks. Farnsworth at third. Mendez at first. Nobody out here in the 10th. Thompson's 1-1 pitch, and Cruz waves at a breaking ball. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Farnsworth gets his first stolen base of the year. The Mavericks with 3 steals today after going about a week and a half without any. 1-2 pitch. Mendez on the move in the dirt, and that's a steal for Mendez. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Cruz. And for Mario Mendez, that's his 5th stolen base of the year. So second and third with Cruz at the plate. 2-2 the count, nobody out. Mavericks still don't have the infield in. They're playing about halfway. Can't let another run score. Thompson, the 2-2 pitch to Cruz. Breaking ball, got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 out. 3rd strikeout for Thompson. Runners remain at second and third. Here comes Kennard Bibbs. Bibbs 1 for 4 today. Has struck out twice. He's singled. He's also walked. He's scored 2 runs. Farnsworth at third. Now the infield in. Mendez at second. Thompson. Here's the pitch to Bibbs. And a fastball waved at and missed. 0-1. Pitch in the dirt. 0-1 the count. The Mavericks taking the lead on Mario Mendez's RBI single to score Van Eiderstein to lead off the inning with a double. 5-4 Mavs here in the 10th. 0-1 in Bibbs. Farnsworth at third, Mendez at second base. Rich Thompson now steps off, and Bibbs calls for time at the same time and gets out of there. Mavericks are 2-2 in extra inning games this year, losing one right here a few weeks ago. Infield in. 0-1 on Kennard Bibbs. Rich Thompson. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and Bibbs swings, and he lifts it back out of play. 0-2. Van Eiderstein got it started with a double to right center, then a base hit to right by Farnsworth, put runners in the corners. Nobody out, and Mendez with the infield playing a double play position, singled up the middle, scoring Van Eiderstein, putting the Mavs in front 5-4. Farnsworth stole third. Mendez stole second, and then Cruz struck out. 0-2 pitch is high and away to Bibbs, 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Lugo's still tuning up in the bullpen. He worked 2 innings here last night. Thompson steps off, and Bibbs backs out of there. One ball, two strikes. Infield in. Porter playing a little bit deeper than everybody else at third base. Thompson, the 1-2 pitch to Bibbs. Swinging a fly ball. This will get out of play down the left field line. Do it again. One ball, two strikes. On Kennard Bibbs. Attendance today, 5,004 here at the Epicenter. Mavericks leading at 5-4 here in the 10th. Thompson from the set. And the 1-2 pitch to Bibbs. Swinging a line drive down the left field side, but foul. Over in the picnic area down there. Do it again. A ball and two strikes, and Bibbs is fighting a few pitches off here. One and two, and Bibbs. Shift on to play Bibbs to go the other way in the outfield. They're playing somewhat shallow. The left-handed hitter, the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Bibbs making Thompson work for this one here. 1 and 2 on Kennard Bibbs. Farnsworth, the runner at third. Mendez at second base. One gone here in the 10th. Mavs already pushing a run across. Thompson's 1-2 pitch, and Bibbs reaches for it. Loops into shallow left center field. Coming on. It drops in front of B.J. Weed. Farnsworth scores. Mendez hustling all the way. He scores. A 2-run single for Bibbs, and it's 7-4 Mavericks. Seven to 4 High Desert. 2-run single for Kennard Bibbs. Runner at first, here is Crabbe. Still only one out in the inning. The Mavericks have scored 3 as Farnsworth scoring, and Mendez was right up his back. Abram holding on Bibbs. He's on the move. Crabbe shows bunt. Takes it outside. Bibbs steals second base. 1-0 on Crabbe. Second stolen back for Bibbs today, and that's now 24 on the year. And for Bibbs with his 2 hits today, that makes it now 8 multi-hit games in the last 18. Runner at second base, 1 out. The 1-0 pitch to Crabbe. Swinging a foul at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. One gone. Mavericks have scored 3 here in the 10th. They lead it 7-4. An RBI single for Mendez and a 2-run single for Kennard Bibbs. Thompson, the 1-1 pitch to Crabbe. Way high and away. Thompson struggling, gave up a home run to Cruz in the 9th. He's given up 3 more runs here in the 10th inning. Thompson has not had good success against the Mavericks this season. 2-1 on Crabbe. Bibbs leads at second base. Here comes Thompson's pitch, and Crabbe lifts it out toward left field, but hit right at the left fielder Weed. Makes the grab. Bibbs back to second base, 2 gone. That'll bring up Froylan Villanueva, who is 1 for 3 today with a home run. A 2-run shot in the first. He's also walked and been hit by a pitch. Before today, in 7 outings against the Mavericks, Rich Thompson was 0-1 with a 7.56 ERA. He'd given up 3 home runs and 11 hits in 8 1/3. Well, today, he's given up 4 runs so far. Bibbs at second. Here's the pitch. Breaking for third, Bibbs. Villanueva takes it high and in, and Bibbs is out trying to steal third base. Caught stealing 2-5, and the Mavericks are gone here in the 10th, but they get 3 runs. High Desert does it on 4 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 10th, 7-4 Mavericks. You're home for the Mavs, 9:10 a.m. Now climbs the hill again. Here it comes. The wind up, and now Rivera stops it mid-rhythm. Backs off. Here's the windup and the 2-2 pitch to Abruzzo. Swinging a broken bat looper in a shallow right from the outer side. Charging on. It drops in front of him. And a bloop single to right for Abruzzo to lead off the bottom of the 10th. Hit number 11 for Rancho. Leadoff man reaches. Here comes Matt Abram. He's 2 for 3 today. Abram a single, a double. He's scored a run. He's also won. Broken bat, blooper into right field to lead off the bottom of the 10th. Right hand hitting first baseman Abram. Tying runner is Papkovich on deck. Here's Rivera's pitch to Abram, and a breaking ball is fouled off of the plate. Right in on the hands of the right-handed swinger. 0-1. Mavericks with a win today would make it 3 wins in their last 4 road games. 2 here and 1 in San Jose. 0-1. Check over at first. Hinton holding on to Abruzzo as the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball running in on the right-hand hitter. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Seven runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Mavericks. 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Quakes. Infield a double play position. Rivera ready, a check at first, and the 0-2 pitch to Abram. Low and inside in the dirt, smothered by Villanueva. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count with nobody out. Rivera again ready, and the left-hander on top. A check of first and a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. Just got the edge of the bat on it. Do it again at 1 and 2. Abram came in last night as a defensive replacement. Did not have an at-bat getting his first start of the series today. This is game 3. Abruzzo at first. Rivera, the 1-2 pitch to Abram. Low and inside in the dirt, picked up by Villanueva, sliding toward his left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mavericks rallied from a deficit. They trailed it 3-2 after 6. Got a run in the 7th to tie it. Took the lead in the 9th, where the Quakes tied in the bottom of the 9th to send it to a 10. Mavericks got 3 in the top half. 2-2 on Abram. Runner at first. Here's the pitch on the way, and a swing and a ground ball sharply hit foul off to the left. Over to the camera well on the far side of the Quakes dugout on the third base side. Do it again at 2-2 here on Matt Abram. Abram, who was struggling this year, hitting under 200 at Cedar Rapids before being called up to high A. That was in low A. Abruzzo at first. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes, and Matt Abram. Nobody out, bottom of the 10th. Outfield straight away. Playing medium deep for Abram. As Rivera's 2-2 pitch is swung on and tip of the plate into the mid of Villanueva for strike 3. 1 gone. Third strikeout for Rivera. Runner at first, and now that'll bring up Adam Papkovich. He's 2 for 3 today. An RBI, triple in the 6th, a double and a run scored in the 3rd. He sacrificed his last time up in the 8th. Abruzzo at first now with 1 out. Rivera from the set. Here it comes. Fastball, blew it by him. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Rivera looking for his first win of the season after he already blew the save, or Kasevich would have gotten the win. 0-1 pitch. That's low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mavericks erupting for 3 in the top half to take the lead 7-4. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hinton still holding on to Abruzzo at first. Here's Rivera's 1-1 pitch. Liner fouled on the right field side, out of play. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Farnsworth behind the bag at third. Hinton still holding on to Abruzzo. Cruz at short. Crabbe at second, cheating for the double play. Left-hander Rivera looks at first, and the 1-2 pitch to Papkovich is up and in, ball 2, and Papkovich turns out of the way. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Look at first. Here's the 2-2. Papkovich rolls it foul wide of third. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Adam Papkovich here with 1 gone at the bottom of the 10th inning. Rivera hunched over, stares in at Villanueva. Short lead for Abruzzo. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Papkovich. Reached for a swing and a miss. Struck him out. He chased one out of the zone. 2 gone now here in the 10th. Strikeout number 4 for Homero Rivera. That'll leave it up to Jason Sugden, but he's being called back to the dugout and a pinch hitter for the Quakes. And it's David Gates. Gates will bat with 2 outs and Abruzzo at first. Mavericks on top, 7-4. Gates, a right-handed hitter, hitting at .272. 13 home runs, 57 driven in for Gates. But Gates has been struggling lately. David Gates just 3 for his last 28. Runner at first, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 10th. Rivera's pitch on the way, and Gates bounces one foul off to the left. 0-1. Gates 1 for 4 with a run scored last night. He's 1 for 7 in this series. Powerful right-handed hitter. Gates with his 13 home runs. Tied for 6th in the league in homers, and he's tied for 4th in RBIs with 57. Hinton backs off the bag now, not holding on to Abruzzo. Moves behind the runner. Rivera's 0-1 pitch. Gates takes it low and inside, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Quakes down to their final out. Rivera, check of first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's in the dirt, ball 2. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. David Gates, who represents the last hope for the Quakes, the tying run is on deck, and it's B.J. Weed. Abruzzo at first, Hinton playing behind him. Rivera from the set, the 2-1 pitch to Gates is waved at and missed. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mavericks 1 strike away from picking up a W here and gaining at least a split in this series. They can go for the win tomorrow if they get this final out. And the Mavericks have not won a series on the road this year. 2-2 the count. Abruzzo leads at first base. Rivera comes together. And the 2-2 pitch to Gates. Low and inside, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. David Gates with 2 gone. Bottom of the 10th. Mavericks 7. Quakes 4. Rivera, he's ready now. Runner goes, and a 3-2 pitch is low and inside. He walked him, ball 4. So now for the Quakes, the tying run comes to the plate. Abruzzo at second. Gates at first. And here is B.J. Weed, who's 0 for 4 today with an RBI. 7-4 Mavericks. Bottom of the 10th. 2 on, 2 out. Farnsworth moves in, even with the bag at third. Hinton playing deep at first. Here is B.J. Weed batting from the right side against the southpaw Rivera. The pitch on the way. It's lined over to Farnsworth that makes a leaping grab at third to end the ball game. Fantastic reaction play by Farnsworth at third base, and the Mavericks have hung on for the win. For the Quakes in the ninth, no runs on a hit, they lead 2. Here are your final totals for the Mavericks. They win it in 10 innings, 7 runs on 13 hits, no errors, 10 runners left. For the Quakes, 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left aboard. The winning pitcher for the Mavericks is Homero Rivera. He is 1-1. The loss goes to Rancho's Rich Thompson. He falls to 1-2. Time of the game is 3 hours and 14 minutes. And the home runs hit. Froylan Villanueva hit his 8th for the Mavericks. Enrique Cruz hit his 6th. Erick Aybar hit his 4th for the Quakes. But the Mavericks get 3 in the top of the 10th and beat the Quakes by a final score of 7-4. They've taken 2 of the first 3 in this series, and they will try to win their first road series of the season tomorrow. We'll be back here tomorrow night for the pregame show at 7 o'clock. And a 7:15 first pitch from the epicenter as David Bradley goes to the mound for the Mavericks tomorrow night against lefty Joe Saunders of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. For my broadcast partner Mike Benton, our studio coordinator Anthony Ferreri, I'm Roxy Bernstein inviting you to stay tuned for the Mavericks postgame report coming up next. High Desert wins it in 10 over Rancho, 7-4. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
Thanks for listening to Mavericks Baseball here on 9:10 a.m. Stay tuned now for the High Desert Mavericks postgame report, featuring the Key City Insurance key hit of the game. It's the Mavericks postgame report, coming up next on 9:10 a.m.
Tired of not being able to tell your house from the neighbors? Desperate to decorate your landscape with something more daring than lawn jockeys? You're far from alone. Thoughtfully placed stone can transform even the most ordinary yard. Southwest Boulder and Stone, Southern California's premier supplier of landscaping rock, has more gravels, pavers, and boulders than you'd ever imagine. Come to southwestboulder.com or call 877-SWB-ROCK. That's 877-SWB-ROCK. Be the Joneses for once. Sit back and watch the others keep up with you.
What does your bank make you do to get free checking? Sign up for direct deposit? Limit the number of checks you write. Limit your free calls to the 800 number. How about talking to a teller? Is that free? Just how free is free at your bank? Come to Jackson Federal Bank and discover free checking that really is free. Stop by the new Apple Valley branch on Highway 18 or visit them on the web at jacksonfederal.com. Jackson Federal Bank, proud sponsor of Mavericks Baseball. Member FDIC.
Blimpie Subs and Salads is now serving their delicious subs at Maverick Stadium. Enjoy your choice of Blimpie's best. Ham, turkey, or club. Top it off with a chip, a cookie, or a drink. So next time you're at Maverick Stadium, come to Blimpie Subs and Salads, located just inside the main gate. Also at their Hesperia and Victorville locations, they're featuring their promotional subs made on sourdough bread and grilled to perfection. So remember, simply Blimpie for the best subs around.
I'm on a fixed income, and sometimes I don't have the money to go buy groceries.
Along with other organizations, the Boy Scouts of America is doing all kinds of good turns in your community.
We serve the needs of the people who are in the immediate area who need food.
And many of them, without it, would be a whole lot hungrier.
Well, keeps me alive.
Well, I can do something nice for other people.
I got a satisfaction to know they're getting something to eat today.
Are you one who will make a difference? Log on to goodturnforamerica.org.
Back to the epicenter, Rancho Cucamonga. Roxy Bernstein along with Mike Benton, our studio coordinator Anthony Ferreri, as the Mavericks in 10 innings beat the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes 7-4. As High Desert has taken 2 of 3 so far in this series. The final game coming tomorrow night as the Mavericks try to capture their first road series of the season. And the Mavericks got some clutch hitting in this ball game today and then held on for a win as the Mavericks now are 5-8 in the second half and are playing some pretty decent baseball in the meantime. It looked like we'd have a pretty good pitcher's duel shaping up today, and that's what we got for a long portion of this game. as Stephen Shell made the start for the Quakes today, 7-3, coming in with a 3.34 ERA. Shell was third in the league in ERA, tied for sixth in wins and second in strikeouts, going up against Manny Parra, who's the Brewers' top pitching prospect. Parra came off. Shell settled in after that rocky start. In the bottom of the fifth, the Quakes would tie it after Sugden struck out and Weed flew out. Erick Aybar singled the left field. Then in a double to left field to the corner by Reggie Willits, that brought Aybar around from first to tie up the ball game at 2 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Bottom of the sixth, still a 2-2 ball game, and Parra's still in there. He got Michael Napoli to ground out, and Jared Abruzzo, we struck him out. 2 outs, nobody on for Matt Abram, who bluked the ball in the left field for a base hit. Then Adam Pavkovich flared one down the right field line that literally landed on the line. Chalk kicked up, and it was a triple, bringing Abram all the way around from first, and that gave the Quakes their first lead of the day, 3-2. RBI triple for Pavkovich. Then Parra, who was replaced by Reggie Willits, got out of it. Parra went 5 2/3 today, giving up 3 runs all earned, 7 hits. He struck out 6, and he walked 1. The 3-2 lead, though, for the Quakes was short-lived because in the top half of the 7th, after Stephen Shell left the game after 6 solid innings, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits and 9 strikeouts, James Carroll came in from the Rancho bullpen, and Mavericks jumped on him for a run. With 1 out, Kennard Bibbs walked. Then Callix Crabbe reached on an infield single, putting runners at first and second. Then the tandem of Bibbs and Crabbe pulled off a double steal, and Villanueva struck out. 2 outs, runners at second and third, and Travis Hinton grounded one back over the mound, and a diving stop behind second base by Erick Aybar held it just to be an infield single, and the Mavs only got run there. If Aybar doesn't make that play, the Mavericks get a 2-run single from Hinton. Instead, it's an RBI single. The tie up the game as Bibbs scores. Crabbe goes to third. Runners to the corners, 2 outs for Frost, and now a 3-3 ball game. Jeremy Frost came up, hit a bouncer to third base near the bag, and a tremendous defensive play by Greg Porter to throw out Frost at first as he crossed the line into foul ground, off balance, throwing across his body, his momentum carrying him toward the dugout, and he had enough on the throw to get Frost, who runs pretty well. And the Mavericks were gone in the 7th. This ball game was tied at 3. Bottom of the 7th, Rivard ran into some problems. After Aybar popped out, Willits and Porter both reached on base hits, but then Napoli flew out, and Abruzzo lined out to end the inning. 3-3 after 7. Carroll worked a 1-2-3 top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, Michael Kasevich came on from the pen to replace Rivard, who went an inning and a third, gave up no runs. And Kasevich walked leadoff man Abram, but after Pavkovich sacrificed, Kasevich struck out both Jason Sugden and B.J. Weed, and it was 3-3 going to the 9th. Rich Thompson came out of the Quakes bullpen, and Bobby Meacham brought in a guy who struggled against the Mavericks so far this season, and he struggled again this afternoon. Leadoff man was Enrique Cruz, and he hit a soaring fly ball over the fence in left field for his 6th home run of the season, a solo shot to give the Mavericks a 4-3 lead. High Desert would get 2 base runners on as Villanueva would walk, and then Hinton would single for his 4th hit of the day, but Frost struck out looking to end the 9th. 4-3 Mavs going to the bottom of the 9th. Homero Rivera came out of the bullpen to try to close it. However, just like in the top half of the inning, for the Mavs when the shortstop Cruz led off the 9th with a home run. In the bottom half of the 9th, Erick Aybar, the shortstop for the Quakes, led off with a home run to tie the ball game up at 4. But then Rivera got Willits to fly out and struck out Porter Napoli to send it to a 10. 4-4 to the 10th, and the Mavericks erupted against the right-hander Thompson for 3 runs in the frame, and Ben Van Eiderstein led it off with a double to right center field. Then with Van Eiderstein at second, Troy Farnsworth lined one to right field for a base hit, putting runners at the corners with nobody out. That brought up Mario Mendez, and oddly for Bobby Meacham, he elected to play the infield to double play position. It really didn't matter because Mendez singled back up the middle of the center field for a base hit, scoring Van Eiderstein with a winning run The Mavericks led it 5-4. Runners at first and second for Enrique Cruz. Troy Farnsworth then stole third. And then, after the next pitch, Mendez stole second base. So the double steal in 2 pitches, rather. And the Mavericks had runners at second and third with nobody out, but Cruz then struck out. Next batter was Kennard Bibbs, and he singled to center field, a bloop into left center, scoring Farnsworth and Mendez, a 2-run single for Bibbs, and the Mavs had a 7-4 lead. But Crabbe would fly out to end the inning, and Bibbs would get caught stealing. 7-4 High Desert to the bottom of the 10th inning, we go. Leadoff man was Jared Abruzzo, and he singled to right field going the other way against Rivera. Then Rivera struck out both Matt Abram and Adam Pavkovich, 2 outs and a runner at first. David Gates came up to pinch hit for Jason Sugden, and he walked on a 3-2 pitch. So that brought the tying run to the plate for the Quakes in the bottom of the 10th, 2 on, 2 out. And B.J. Weed smoked one headed for left field, but a leaping grab at third by Troy Farnsworth to end the ball game. And the Mavericks had a 7-4 win in 10 innings over the Quakes. Final totals for the Mavs: 7 runs, 13 hits, no errors, 10 left. For Rancho, 4 runs on 11 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left aboard. Rivera is the winner for High Desert. He is 1-1. Thompson, the loser for the Quakes, 1-2. Time of the game, 3 hours, 10 minutes. The crowd today, 5,004 here at the Epicenter. Home runs hit. Royland Villanueva hit his 8th, and Enrique Cruz hit his 6th for the Mavericks, while for the Quakes, Erick Aybar hit his 4th of the season. So the Mavs with the win have taken 2 out of 3 in this series. Final game of this series tomorrow night at 7:15. We'll be on the air at 7 with our pregame show. David Bradley for High Desert against Joe Saunders of the Quakes. We'll come back with more on your Mavs postgame report as the Mavs beat the Quakes in 10, 7-4. You're home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.
I'm Father Tom Hartman of the God Squad. I've been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. My mission is to find a cure for Parkinson's. So I've established the Thomas Hartman Foundation for Parkinson's Research. Medical science says that Parkinson's can be cured in 10 years. I have a lot of work to do, and I really need your help. Please call me at 631-277-9655 to join our cause. That's 631-277-9655. Or visit me at www.hartmanfoundation.org. Thank you.
Back at the Epicenter, Mavs win it in 10 over the Quakes today by a final score of 7-4. All the action in the Cal League will take place under the lights. To get you caught up on a preview for tonight in the Cal League, here's Mike Benton.
Thanks, Roxy. 7:05 game in Stockton. The Ports hosting Visalia, who has the worst record in the Cal League right now at 2-10. Stockton at 7-6. Visalia will send Elvis Perez out to the mound at 1-1. He will take on Wes Littleton at 5-5. But Modesto hosting San Jose in the mini Battle of the Bay at 7:05 as well. Modesto 9-3, first place in the Cal League North. They've won 8 of their last 10 games. Brian Burris on the hill for the Giants at 3-0. He'll take on Brad Ziegler at 3-0 as well for the A's. 7-11 game over at Arrowhead Park. Inland Empire at 6-6, hosting Lake Elsinore, who's now only a half a game up on the Mavericks. The Mavs doing a little bit of scoreboard watching maybe for tonight's game. Eddie Bonine on the hill at 3-7 for the Storm. They'll take on Juan Sandoval at 5-7 for the 66ers. And a 7:15 game at the hangar in Lancaster. The Jethawks at 9-2, first place in the Cal League South. They've won 8 of 10. Jamie Shields on the hill for the Blaze. They'll take on Jesus Silva for Lancaster, and that is your out-of-town scoreboard for tonight.
All right, Mike, the Mavs winners in 10 here by a final score of 7-4. Time for a Key City Insurance Key Hit of the Game, brought to you by Key City Insurance. And there's a few of them to choose from, Mike. I'll give you first crack again.
My pick is going to go to Kennard Bibbs series, 2-run double back in the 10th inning. That was pretty much the dagger hit of the ball game, and the Mavs needed that one bad. All things considered, that they got a run in the 9th, but saw it slip away. So Bibbs, that double, proved to be the for sure game-winning hit right there. And really, it was the first RBI of the inning, but Bibbs, the double, the dagger, that's my pick.
I'm going to go with Ben Van Eiderstein's double lead off the 10th inning. Right after the Quakes came back to capture the momentum and deflate kind of the Mavericks a little bit, with a 4-3 lead going to the bottom of the 9th, and Aybar homered. Van Eiderstein led off the 10th and doubled to right center field. He would score the eventual winning run. So Ben Van Eiderstein, the Key City Insurance Key Hit of the game for me, brought to you by Key City Insurance, where understanding is key, and the key to understanding is Key City Insurance. Key City Insurance, 12370 Hesperia Road in Victorville. Give him a call, 241-7375. Player of the game?
Travis Hinton gets my pick here. The All-Star going 4 for 5 today. He's been raking the ball lately here, and it's good to see him get back off to Schneider. He had a tough past couple of games, but Travis, 4 of 5, locked in today. He's my pick for the Key City, or the House of Joy player of the game.
House of Joy player of the game, I'm going with Bibbs. Kennard Bibbs, 2 hits today. For Bibbs, now it's another multi-hit game. In fact, for KB, that is 8 multi-hit games the last 18 contests. He drives in 2. Has the big hit, which you alluded to in the 10th. He also scored 2 runs today. He set the tone for the day with a leadoff single, lead off the ball game against Shell. So that's my key hit of the game, or my player of the game.
Long game.
Kennard Bibbs, my House of Joy player of the game, brought to you by the House of Joy Restaurant, located at 14745 Palmdale Road in Victorville. Give him a call, 241-7023. The House of Joy is open 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. until 10 p.m. Lunch, dinner, takeout. In fact, go out there on your next trip to the ballpark and tell them the Mavericks sent you or that I sent you. You'll get a free appetizer with your dinner at the House of Joy, or your lunch for that matter. So free appetizer, you mentioned me or the Mavericks next time you go in the House of Joy. Previously, Ham's Restaurant on Palmdale Road, Manor and Szechuan Chinese cuisine, proud sponsors of the Mavericks player of the game. So the Mavs have taken 2 out of the first 3 in this series, and the finale of this series tomorrow night. And the Mavericks, again, trying to capture their first road series of the season. It's not going to be easy against lefty Joe Saunders of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The former first-round pick for the Angels is 7-7 on the year and a 3.45 ERA. For Saunders on the season, who ranks 6th in the Cal League in ERA. And he'll go up against David Bradley, who's 3-5 for the Mavericks and probably has been the most consistent pitcher from day one this season for High Desert. Bradley is 3-5, does have a save, and 3.70 ERA to rank 9th in the Cal League in earned run average. So Bradley, the right-hander, for the Mavs against the southpaw Saunders to round out this series, the final game for the Mavericks here at the Epicenter this season. Tomorrow night, pregame show at 7 and a 7:15 first pitch. So for my broadcast partner, Mike Benton, and our studio coordinator this afternoon, a great job by Anthony Ferreri. I'm Roxy Bernstein saying so long from the Epicenter, where in 10 innings today, the Mavericks beat the Quakes by a final score of 7-4. Enjoy your Wednesday night. We'll touch you tomorrow right here on your home for the Mavericks, 9:10 a.m.